Yo, what's good? What's good, everybody? What's good? Y'all excited, right? It's another day in Knicks land. It's another day in Knickslandia, right? How y'all feeling out there? Danny Griffin, what's good? Yeah, what's good? Hey, I'm chilling, boss. Chilling. Where we at? We ready. What's good? I'm ready. I'm with you. I'm excited to talk to y'all this morning, man, for real. I know things didn't go the way we wanted them to last night. I ain't worried about that. Not at all. You know what I mean? The Denver Nuggets did what they did. I ain't worried. I'm not concerned at all with a few things. I put it like this: I'm not concerned with the things y'all think I should be concerned with at this point, but I do believe that there are some things that I'm maybe a little frustrated with. Right. So how y'all doing this morning? How y'all out there? Y'all good? Y'all feeling good? Let me check out something real quick. Just real quick. I just want to check out. A couple things. What's up, Sportscaster? What's up, Sportscaster? Bam. What's good with it? All right. So the Denver Nuggets dismantled us. Right. The Denver Nuggets dismantled us. I ain't gonna lie to you. I felt like this was RJ's game to step up and do something. Clearly something's going on with the Knicks offense. So we wouldn't be getting blown out in these games if we could put the ball in the basket. Right? Danny Griffin says we just have to realize we're just not that good. The Nuggets on another level than us at this point in the process, probably. Salute, Delano Steele. What's good? Yo, the show last night was dope. The Knicks morning, the Knicks at Night podcast was dope. Yeah, it was. It was funny. It was funny watching Chuck B fall asleep on camera. Yo, Robbie Cano. Yup, the shooting has been rough to watch. I'm frustrated, right? Felipe 210, what's good? Salute. So last night's show was funny because I was catching Chuck B doze off on camera a few times like an old man. That was dope. Chuck B burning the candle at both ends. Chuck B can't hang, man. Chuck B, go get some sleep. Get in the bed. That was mad. That was mad funny. Yeah, I can't wait for another good RJ Barrett game. I think we have to do something in the interim, though. I think we got to do something with RJ. Just to mix it up, Frank is a 6'4" Robbie Cano. Yo, oh my God. Is that why he out? He got busted for PEDs? Yo. Hey, man, just some tea. Just some tea. Because when I get on, I notice when I get on, man, what happens after a while is my voice will get mad gravelly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that dude from Harlem Nights. You know what I'm saying? The frog voice dude from Harlem Nights. Yeah, that's why Frank ain't playing. Because he is 6'4" Robinson Cano. So I got a few things I wanted to talk to y'all about and get y'all input on. Just some stuff to run by y'all because so I watched the game and then sadly was up all night. So that gave me like all night long to think about the game. About how everything in our offense was contested. Like how each pass, the passes had to be super crisp. We had to struggle for everything we got, even screen setting. Denver contested us on everything, right? And excuse me, it makes me think: is our offense too predictable? Is the offense we're running too predictable? Do we have an offense? Are we running anything? Have y'all noticed anything that we're running? What kind of offense is Tibbs running? Is he running outdated stuff? And the reason why I jumped straight to Thibodeau and not to Elfrid Payton, RJ Barrett, and everybody else that bricked it up is because I feel like I'm ready to put the blame for this offense on Tom Thibodeau. I feel like I'm ready to put the blame for this offense on Tom Thibodeau. Yo, Free Keith, what's happening? Right. So Delano Steele says the problem is we lacking the starting caliber point guard and small forward. Yes. Danny Griffin says 2 problems. Terrible spacing and lack of transition points. We have to run to get easier looks. Yo. Yep. So, Supreme System Lord says salute Unc One and everyone. Right. Peyton is too slow and Bullock isn't a quality wing. Okay. It's Free Keith. I know you saying it's 10 games and the gloves are off. I know. We're 5-5. We're 5-5. I didn't think we'd be here. I didn't think we'd be here at 10 games. I didn't think we'd be here at 10 games. Right? And I know y'all expectations, y'all gonna be like, yo, well, what is your expectation? What was your expectations? My expectation was 7-3, maybe 6-4 in a stinky scenario, but not 5-5. Not 5-5. 5-5 is ridiculous to me. 5-5 is hey. Good morning, y'all. I meant to say good morning to everybody too, because I usually just jump on here and start wilding out, man. But 5-5 is hey. Good morning. Free Keith was good. Yeah, I meant to say good morning to everybody too, because I usually just jump on here. I'm frustrated, bro. I'm frustrated, man. 5-5 is hey. I shouldn't have this feeling for a team that's a lottery team that's been a lottery team forever. I shouldn't even have this feeling, but I have this feeling, man. What's good, Chop?
What up, Chop?
Chop, can you hear me?
Salute.
Oh,
morning, Keith. Morning, Unc.
Morning, y'all.
Hey, you know why I can't hear y'all? Because I ain't got.
What I don't want Cats to do.
There we go. Morning. Sorry.
Oh, and salute to the chat.
Salute to the chat.
Hit that like. Do what you need to do. Now let's get chopping. Yo. We are 5-5.
Yo, don't start this, man. Don't start, man. Come on, man.
After 10 games, no, I'm only bringing it up because, like, I personally was attacked when I said that we could be 5-5 or 7-7 or 7-3 coming out the first 10 games. Me here on this show, I was. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm bringing it up.
Right.
Because I said that.
Right.
I was like, Cats are going to – what's going on, Ghetto E?
Salute, E.
We wanted like the whole Knicks nation and fandom change after every game. Like now it's game 10. Like Cats are looking at the team like they thought that the team was going to be like the team – like they always thought the team was going to be in – playoff contention and this, that, and the other. So like Cats are talking from that standpoint, not from the standpoint of like, wow, we 5-5 when I really thought we would be like 3-7. When I really thought, because that's what most Cats were saying. Like, yo, Keith, you crazy. Like, yeah, like we got Tibbs, we don't got no talent, blah, blah, blah. And here we are 5-5, and we're about to start complaining. We're about to start complaining about some stuff about like, our offense so horrible. This and that is so horrible. But like, what was it going to be?
Right. Okay. I feel you. You know what? From my perspective, it was this. When I watched the first two games, I watched the first two games, and my thought was either this can be insanely good or insanely horrific. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I thought it was going to be insanely good. Hey, you look good this morning, brother.
Gotta go make a couple of dollars, man. Salute to the chat. Salute to the family. What it do? We're gonna get through this, but go ahead. I don't want to jump right in. Let me shut up. Plus I gotta get a sandwich, so I'm gonna be in and out.
Hey, is that bow tie hand tied? Please say yes.
Brother, I don't do the homie don't do clip-ons.
Thank you.
The homie time without even looking.
Thank you.
Notice I ain't even looking.
Thank you.
Homie, this what I do. I'm official tissue. I'm from Brick City for a reason.
Bam! Nice and crispy.
You notice I ain't even look.
Right.
I ain't even no hands.
That's because that's a habit. That's because that's a habit right there. Yes, sir.
All silk, double fabric, all real
right.
Bam!
Bam! That bow tie is not a $6 tie, ladies and gentlemen. That is not a $6 tie.
It's got a lot of fabric on it. A lot of
right.
The cloth different.
Right.
The cloth different.
Right. My man.
Let me want to get my sandwich. See how y'all do? Y'all got me acting up early.
Hey,
let me get my sandwich.
Hey, I'm saying, hey, you know what? When it comes to class Class can't hide.
You can't
Class can't hide, bro.
Nah, man. It ain't no crash courses on this thing, man. It's nothing experience.
Yo,
I'll be right back. Back. Go ahead.
All right. Hey, so Keith, if I could just touch on your point just briefly, right? And so the thing is with your point, man, is so I am one that's like a weird optimist. And listen, I ain't got to explain that to you because you've seen my tweets over the last 4 or 5 years, right? So you've seen my tweets over the last 4 or 5 years. You know, I ain't trying to come in here like I'm somebody brand new. I'm not. I don't do good at trying to be something I'm not. I'm Uncle Freezy, right? I'm Uncle Freezy. I'm the best person on earth at being myself, and I'm good at it. You know what I'm saying? So here's the thing. You know, I'm an optimist. Like, you remember, like in our tweets, like before we even got to Thibodeau, I used to always do like the optimistic stuff. Like, yo, Frank, all Frank need is such and such, man. Let's just be patient with Frank. Get off Frank back, man. Let Frank live. Let him breathe. You know what I'm saying? Get off Knox back, man. Knox had a down year. He was rookie of the month of, you know what I'm saying? I'm just pulling out weird, optimistic statistics and throwing them out there, right? Get off my man back. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one that keep telling the RJ Barrett story over and over again about how he lost the game against Tino Hills and Lonzo Ball and all of them when he was 14 years old and it was like 17 and 18 years old, right? I'm the one that bring up, like, when people say John Starks cost them a championship, I'm the one that always bring up the fact that Starks was playing on a grade 2 MCL sprain and Cat should just appreciate the heart that he played with on injury where he should have been sitting out. Every doctor I talked to said grade 2 MCL sprain. Yeah, every doctor I talked to said grade 2 MCL sprain is so tough to walk with. Yeah,
he should have been sitting. He should have been, because he didn't do nothing for us, so he should have been sitting.
Right. But I bring that and I bring up all these things. Like, you remember how Starks caught fire in Game 6. Starks was on fire in all the fourth quarters, so he played a full game on a grade 2 MCL sprain. And when the Knicks were down in the fourth quarter, he came through on a grade 2 MCL sprain. Right. So I'm the one pointing stuff like that out. Right. So this season, the Indiana Pacers. So I'm like, yo, that's our new age rival. So for an old head like me, our old school rival was the Philadelphia 76ers. Right. Because when the Sixers were good, when I was young, they used to have goons come off the bench. Like, they used to protect Dr. J. Right. Like, Dr. J was good. Andrew Toney, World Be Free. And shout out to my uncle, World Be Free, by the way. I don't know if he's my uncle for real, but we share the same last name, so I'm just gonna call him uncle anyway. But these have goons.
But wait, you're gonna leave out Moses Malone? Come on, man.
No, I ain't get there. Let me finish. Let me finish. And I wasn't even gonna say Moses Malone. I was gonna say 4-4-4. I was gonna say 4-4-4. You know what I'm saying? But the Sixers used to have these goons, right? So the Knicks wasn't no good, and we didn't deserve respect. But you know what the Sixers did to us? They used to disrespect us intentionally. Like y'all ain't no good. Why should I take it easy on y'all?
That was that Philly, New York joint at the time.
Yeah. Back in the late 70s, early 80s, Philly used to be like, yo, we only up by 10. We need to beat these cats by 35. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no respect, you know what I'm saying, for you know what I'm saying, from Philly. Like Dr. J, tip a loose ball out, right? And he'd be on the break with somebody, you know what I'm saying, in Madison Square Garden. So instead of us seeing a Dr. J dunk, he'd just throw it behind to a dude that's trailing him and let the other dude dunk. So we're not even good enough to see Dr. J dunk. Dog, I paid $11 for these tickets to come see Dr. J, and we ain't even good enough for you to dunk. So Philly, in my mind, it had always been our rival, because when we go to the hotel to do something, they used to manhandle us. They throw us in the floor and all kinds of stuff. But anyway, this generation of Knicks fans, the ones that are really scarred feel like the Indiana Pacers are our rivals.
I don't.
I ain't talking about the millennials, because the millennials feel like the Miami Heat are our rivals. But I'm talking about the Starks era, the kids that grew up during that watched that 2 for 18. They feel like the Pacers are our rival, or maybe the Bulls. So the first game of the season, I'm like, yo, you know what? Thibodeau got to earn his check. I don't care if we go 1-71. We gotta beat the Pacers. We gotta beat the Pacers, right? This is what I'm thinking. We come out and we don't necessarily do that, right? We don't do that. But I'm not super hurt, right? I'm not super hurt, but I did want that W. Certain teams I like to see the Knicks beat, and when we good, I like to see the Knicks run them through the wash. You know what I'm saying? Certain teams like the Chicago Bulls, who's a rival from back in the day. It seems like the Indiana Pacers, the 76ers, and maybe even the Milwaukee Bucks, who in the same game injured our franchise player. And then while he in the locker room, our second best player gets dunked on, nuts in his face by Giannis. And Giannis stare him down, and the dude is intimidated. See, I'm frustrated. I get frustrated about stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's petty, right? But sports has this thing where it's not going to be pristine. You know what I'm saying? Like every game, like guys are not going to come out and shoot 7 for 7 from 3 and hit the game winner, and everybody going to put them on their shoulders and celebrate. And you're going to go to Baskin Robbins and get ice cream afterwards. What's that?
No, I'm sorry. No, saluting one of the chat guys.
Oh, okay. Okay. So anyway, I'm getting to the 7. I'm getting to my thing about the first 10 games. So I see glimpses in the Indiana game, and I'm like, yo, if this had gone this way, then we may have been able to do such and such, right? So in the all-on-one thing, I'm the eternal optimist. I'm like, RJ Barrett did his thing. All summer long, we talked about how RJ Barrett couldn't shoot. You know, RJ Barrett came out and looked legit against a legit defensive backcourt of Brogdon and Oladipo. That's not a bad defensive backcourt for our young prize second-year player to come out and get in his bag. Okay? I'm thinking like if this is the RJ Barrett and Julius Randle that we're gonna see all year, even in this loss, and mind you, I'm talking about game 1, right? I'm not talking about yesterday. If this is what RJ Barrett and Julius Randle is gonna look like, then look, I can dig it. I can dig this thing. I think we're gonna do something. So I go out on a limb. I'm like, hey, the Pacers are a playoff team. We played them tough, right? I'm thinking over these next few games, I think we can win probably 7 out of the next 9, right? Cat's killing me at work. Uncle Freezy, you crazy. You don't lost your GD mind. Hey, dog, I'm telling you, look at what happened. I'm telling you, I think we legit are onto something with this dude, Thibodeau, right? They're like, Uncle Freezy, you crazy. Don't you be selling Knicks fans this false hope. I'm like, nah, dog, it's not false hope. I think I know a little bit about basketball. I think I might know enough to recognize these flashes, these glimpses. If this had happened such and such, if this has happened such and such. And the icing on the cake was if RJ and Julius can do this for steady minutes, this kid Alec Burke off the bench, this is gonna be something special. Don't sell me them dreams, Uncle Freezy, is what they telling me. Dudes older than me, dudes older than me, dudes in their 60s, like, hey, young fella, you talking mighty reckless. And I'm like, hey, I'm just saying. The dude we have as our coach has been the coach of the year in the NBA already.
Uncle Freezy.
Yo.
you know when Alex Burks is coming back soon or something you know about?
Man, I think he out like 7 to 10 days.
Yeah, so with the interior defense as bad as it is, and our offense without all the players, we can't do everything without the style of offense we got right now. Without everybody healthy, it's just gonna be tough for us. Where do you see these seven wins? Like I think we're gonna get good as everybody gets healthy. But you're saying now the next
No, no,
9 games.
no. I meant the first 10 games is what I'm referring to.
Oh, when everybody's healthy.
The first 10 games to start the season, I thought we were gonna come out the box 7-3.
Oh,
7-3 is what I thought we were gonna
okay.
do coming out the box. That's why I went on that whole rabbit trail about the Indiana Pacers and the Sixers and all that stuff. Like rivalry game, first game of the year, and all of that. Now these next few games, the way we looked.
Yeah, can we get back to what's on the court rather than projecting? Can we talk a little bit about last night? Because I'm highly disappointed. I'm getting a little disappointed with us. Just from how could we not protect the interior team? And that's becoming that you know what I come and say every day. The NBA is a copycat league.
Yep.
Teams not shooting. They're not standing out there shooting those threes no more. Unless they hot, they're going right to the bucket. That's a problem, and that's a long-term problem.
Bro.
That I don't see Alex Burks and Obi Toppin fixing. Let me shut up and let you guys get it.
You want a piece of that, Keith?
I feel like it was a bad game. The last 2 games, bad games. Like, not for Julius though, but like, I think I see cats actually not being able to keep they don't keep the game plan when it gets hot. Like it kind of like that's I can see that that they need to work on. Like being down and still working your plan. Like that's one of the things that always, to me, in my opinion, always made Pop and the Spurs so successful. Like they played the same game all game.
Right.
Win or lose, up or down, they play in the same game all game. Like
Right.
It's boring as hell. Like, but it works because like nobody knows what you know better than what you know. Just keep plugging at it. And I think like what I saw with our guys is like the last 2 games, like we get down and they get frustrated and like they lose sight of like the ball starts sticking, like, you know, like, and this is why I feel like dependable shooting solves a lot of problems. Like nobody feels like you pass a guy to rock 3 times. You pass a guy to rock 3 times to hit threes, and he clunks each time. That 4th time you thinking like, I'm gonna take it myself.
Right.
Like it's just human nature. And it's hard to, especially if you down, like it's hard to counteract certain things. I mean, you can, because it's training and it's practice. It's training that takes you over that hurdle. But
Right.
like, you saw it plain as day. Oh, we down by 12. Now everybody trying to be a superhero. You know what I'm saying? Like it.
I understand what you're saying.
Those are some coaching kinks that got to work out. But like, I look at that as very much coachable. Like that's not. I'm not jumping out the window. I'm not jumping out the window like, you know what I'm saying, like oh, it's unsurmountable, or like, oh, now I see us losing. Like, nah. I see it as an issue, but like the type of issue that it is, I think Tibbs can handle it. Also, like again, I keep telling cats like, yo, we 5-5. We 5-5 after the first 10 games. It took us 25 games to get to 5 wins last season.
I get it. But Keith, here's the problem.
No. When I say that, meaning that like it even at the beginning of the season, I told cats like, okay, like because everything was so truncated, we got to give Tibbs a little bit of games into the season to work things out. You know what I'm saying? I was like, after game 10, gloves is off.
But,
like,
but
at least for me.
we can't work out lack of talent though, and lack of shooting.
I don't think we've been working well
with that.
We've been working well with the same talent. What we had was we had 2 games where there was lapses. It wasn't talent lapses. It was lapses in what they was already doing.
Right.
Keep if y'all pull the stats, the games we won, we shot out of our mouth. And what Tibbs said, y'all gotta listen to Tibbs. Hold on, player, please. I'm gonna shut up because I'm driving. I won't be talking much. Tibbs is saying we gotta find ways to win when the shooting is bad. We haven't won no games when the shooting is bad because our interior defense is not good enough. That's what you guys aren't saying. You are not saying, you will not address the fact that guys are getting bunt. And I'm talking random, some Murray guy came off the bench and got bunnies on us. That's what we got to address, man. The fact that guys can get layups on us when they want.
I think that was really the issue of the last 2 games. That wasn't the issue of the last 10 games, brother. Like that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I look at those 2 games as very much like those guys were slipping from what they were already doing. Before that, we're holding top shooting teams under like 10 and 20% under their shooting percentages.
Right.
Like what, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not that ain't no fluke. We was doing it game after game.
Right.
What you call it came the Pacers came to us. They were the number one, they were the highest 3-point shooting team. Held them not only under their percentage, we also held them under their points average.
Yeah.
Like so it's kind of like so that I know the defense is there, but I look at these last 2 games, these guys did not bring it. They weren't doing the same thing they were doing for the 8 games before.
Right.
If you look back at what I've been saying, I'm sorry.
And you got stuff going on now that's affecting the team. Like Knox is Randall's backup. Come on, man. Like it's like our team got so many holes. Like
that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. It's a talent issue. I'm also saying, and I've also been saying, there's been some fool's gold. Because there's been a lot of shots we've given up wide open. And I've been saying this consistently on the mornings I come on. The teams were missing. And what happens if they don't miss? Do we have enough firepower to come back? I'm just concerned. I'm optimistic. I'm happy with 5-5. It keeps us in the conversation, but I can't ignore what my eyes are seeing.
I feel you. I think like our constant issue is the shooting. Like we don't have a rack of consistent, dependable shooting. We got a bunch of cats who are streaky. We got a bunch of streaky dudes. RJ looking like he's one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I tell you, like if RJ is going to be the legitimate like number 2, his shooting has to be consistent. And that's just like there's no getting around it. Like you can't have a game where you like one game you shooting out your mind, like I can get 6 threes out of you, and then the next 4 games I can only get 6 threes among all 4 of the games. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't, like that consistency factor is very much a big deal. I don't think I like Quigley. I feel like he hasn't found his range yet. I feel like he hasn't found, and I also think that he's not shooting enough. Like I don't see Quigley putting up the amount of shots that I feel like his talent kind of like suggests that he should. Like he should be shooting more. I don't know why Tibbs isn't using him like that, but like yeah, I just see a bunch of things that are like stuff that needs to be corrected. But even in spite of those corrections and the talent that we're missing, like yo, we're 5-5.
I understand where you're coming from.
Despite of all of that, like I just like to hold on to that little bit of encouragement. Like yo, like these boys is out here for real doing work.
I don't know if I agree with the 5-5 thing being a positive.
You don't think it's positive?
No.
The general consensus is cats thought that we'd be like 2-8. I heard one cat say like we losing all 10. That's what I heard.
Hey, well,
those are haters. Those are haters, Keith.
Those are the people being supposedly realistic.
Realistic, yeah. They realistically have PTSD. That's what that is.
But it's revisionist history now to look back and say they wrong. But like cats wasn't saying they wrong then.
No, because here's the thing. Here's the thing. In my selfish Uncle Freezy world, right? I feel like you don't follow a team to say that we're gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? I don't
people doing it. You got people coming into the season already praying for the lottery, bro. What do you mean?
I know this. I know this. And there is help for them. There is help for them out there, whether it's in pill form or in a bottle. But right. There is help for them. But as far as Uncle Freezy goes, I'm disappointed that we're 5-5. I'm disappointed. I would have been disappointed if we won last night. It was 6-4. I'm in the mindset that this team, based on what they showed us, we should have been 7-3.
I believe so as well. I feel like we left 2 games on the table, and that's what. And to me, like those were these last 2 games, in my opinion. These last 2 games, we did not bring what we brought for the 8 games before it.
Right.
That's what I thought. And I feel like we lost these 2 very winnable games on the back of that. Like we could talk about the poor shooting, our offense been a problem. It's been a problem since game 1.
It's going to be a problem.
Exactly, but we were winning games. Like Cats was just talking about it like, oh, like y'all just getting lucky. These guys are having bad shooting nights. Like, no, the defense was forcing people into positions they wasn't trying to take shots from. That's why they were missing their shots. We were playing good defense. We were holding teams under their averages. Like that's not a fluke.
Right.
We stopped doing that. We just stopped doing that these last 2 games.
And so, first of all 3-pointers are not equal, right? All 3-point attempts are not equal, right? So the big man straight ahead 3 is the easiest 3 for the big man, right? Because it's a straight on look at the basket, regardless of the length. People say it's the farthest away. It don't matter. It's not like the basketball is heavy. You know what I'm saying? That point don't matter. It's all about what the big man sees when he's looking to get that shot off. You know what I'm saying? So we take away the big man 3, right? We take a man and not only do we take away the corner 3, but we also smother the mid-range jumper. Like if they pump fake and come out of it, you know what I'm saying? They pump our man who close out and try to take a couple steps in. Tibbs for some reason has that smothered, right? And then so if there's a situation where the Cats kick, want to take the wing 3, we have that covered also. What kills us, man? What kills us is the ball reversed 3. When you run your play to get a 3, we're on it, right? But the second look at that 3, like you know what I'm saying, we smother the wing 3, they throw it across court to the corner. Now to watch it is frustrating. Or even more frustrating than that, we force them to miss. They get their own rebound to a wide open person spotted up for 3. You know what I'm saying? The 3 off offensive rebound. That kills us. And so the thing about that is people will say, Uncle Freezy, why are you tripping about that? It's a shot, it's a shot. All these shots are not the same. You know what I'm saying? All these shots are not the same. All these 3-point attempts are not created equal. Like, I hadn't seen a team yet that just got into magnificent offense against us and just ran some dynamic offense down our throat, and they just looked unstoppable. Nobody went Golden State Warriors circa 2017 on us. You know what I'm saying? Nobody went Golden State Warriors. Nobody went 97 Chicago Bulls on us. all of our stuff is can't get the offense, can't get the defensive rebound. They kick it out to a guy that was basically just double parked at the 3-point line watching the play, and they got the rebound and kicked it out to him, and he's wide open for 3 and make it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, nobody is like we hadn't played a point guard that was that much better than us that he just broke down Elfrid Payton or Emmanuel Quickly or Austin Rivers or whoever we had playing point that broke us down consistently. Consistent. I'm talking about everybody's gonna get broken down now. I don't care who you are. I saw Isaiah Thomas break Mo Cheeks down for a whole game, right? And mind you, y'all like Isaiah Thomas is probably a great all-time great. Mo Cheeks might be one of the greatest on-ball defenders of all time. You know what I'm saying? He would pick your pocket. But I saw Isaiah Thomas take him to the rack for 4 quarters. We hadn't seen that. We hadn't seen that yet. You know what I'm saying? We might see that tonight because Charlotte has a point guard that's red hot, had a triple-double last night. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. Here's the thing. The Knicks look tired, right? They look burnt out. They look spent. I watched the OKC game. The OKC game. A dude named Hamidou Diallo, and that name means something to a lot of us from upstate. You know what I'm saying? So every time I say Hamidou Diallo, the name means something. But this kid is, of course, somebody different, whatever. I saw him go off on us for 23 points. He might not have scored 23 points the whole year. You know what I'm saying? He might not have scored 23 points the whole year. But you know what? He was going to the basket, getting offensive rebounds over dudes on our team that's 7 foot tall, and looking them in their face and going straight up and getting putbacks. And the and one time, I think. You know what I'm saying? You 6'4", you 6'4", 6'5", whatever. You're not supposed to be grabbing boards over a dude that's 7 foot tall. Not consistently. Man, you get a lucky bounce. You grab it, and then you know what I'm saying? But nah, not all night long. Not Lionel Richie. What's happening? Can somebody help me figure this out? Like, how does Julius Randle end the game with 17 boards? Mitch ends the game with like 9 or 10 boards, and we still get out rebounded. Can somebody? I need somebody to help me answer this stuff. Like, how does Julius Randle legit at power forward end the game with 8 assists, right? But the shooting all around the floor is terrible.
He would have 30 assists.
Right. Yeah. Right. That's but what I'm saying is this thing is a conundrum to me. Because Julius Randle is not a point guard. He's a power forward. Assists, and nobody's making shots.
Because it's all happening in the paint. It's all happening in the paint.
First 10 games, he got Oscar Robertson. Only Oscar Robertson has better first 10 games to start of a season than Julius Randle.
For us, yep.
GI. So
some fans still want to trade him for scraps, yo.
Right. And so GI my dog. GI is my dog, and I love him. Right. Free Keith is my dog, and I love him. And listen, before I even saw Free Keith's face, Free Keith knew he was good money with me because we had been tweeting at each other for like 2 years before he even saw this ugly mug, right? He's like, everybody in our Twitter thing was like, yo, don't mind Freezy. He always blowing bubbles in every question that we have. You know what I'm saying? They like he always blowing bubbles. Why? He just always wanted to add something positive to the thing. I'm like, dog, y'all don't know me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I am optimistic, right? I am optimistic. I won't deny that, right? I am optimistic, but I'm also a realist. I'm probably more realist than optimist, but at the same time, in my realism, I choose not to highlight the negative stuff, right? So the negatives are this: our guards are shooting terribly, and it appears they are shooting terribly because our offense is predictable, right? And nothing bothers me more then nothing bothers me more. I would rather have bad defense than have predictable offense.
But right now we got both. But go ahead.
Right. And so our frustration with Derek Fisher was, man, his offense is not imaginary. It's not. It don't have any kinks, anything to it where people will be blown away with his offense. Then we get Jeff Fisher. I mean, not Jeff Fisher, but Jeff Hornacek. And Jeff Fisher too, by the way, from the Rams. His offense is terrible too. But anyway, but then we get Hornacek, and Hornacek's offense is the same. Like, there are no wrinkles, no kinks to this thing. Once a team sees it 2 or 3 times in the same game, they can shut it down. And picking up the pace don't make it any better. Hey, so Hornacek was like, they know what we're doing. Run it faster. No, dog, that's not an answer. Run it faster. Do it harder. What? And then so we go through this gauntlet of coaches, and then we like, well, Thibodeau was the answer. And then when we bring Tibbs in here, Tibbs in here. It's the match made in heaven. The dude that has always wanted the Knicks job, and the Knicks organization that always wanted a coach like Tibbs. The grit and grind. We always wanted a high-level grit and grind coach to coach the Knicks because our legacy is defense first, right? So this thing is a match made in heaven. You know what I'm saying? A match made in heaven, right? But he comes in and his offense is predictable. His defense is somewhat predictable now. You know, force them out of the middle of the floor, force them to the side, make them run their offense from one side of the floor. And then the weak side defenders will close out on backside shooters, right? That's what Tibbs is running, right? Guess what teams run against us? They run a Hoosiers 2-3 zone, straight out of 6th grade JV, yes, or you know, not 6th grade, but straight out of 7th and 8th grade. They run a 7th and 8th grade 2-3 zone. Not complicated at all, but guess what they do on offense? They run complicated sets with double pin downs and pick and roll. You know what I'm saying? What are the Knicks running?
And running layup line on us.
Yeah, right. I mean, you can see. So the Knicks are running horns. We know what horns is. Horns is basically the both bigs start out on each box, and they come up for a screen that's set by a guard, which gets the bigs the ball at the elbow where they can make a decision to pass or shoot. Right, dog. That's offense straight out of your work industrial league. You know what I'm saying? Anybody, y'all ever played ball for y'all job? Any of y'all job ever had a basketball team? Yes. This is what Tibbs is running, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the thing about it is you, in fairness to him, or and maybe this is unfair, he really didn't have that much time to put an offense in place. Right. In fairness to him,
I've been saying.
But and so his other point too. In fairness to him, he has not had a full complement of roster good rostered players since. You know what I'm saying? From go, people are hurt. You know what I'm saying? People have been hurt from the start. You depend on a guy and then he hurt. You depend on a guy and then he hurt. Then he come back and he rusty. And he trying to develop chemistry with a guy that he hadn't played with because the other guy was hurt. So, I mean, I dig all of that stuff. I dig it. What I don't dig, Tom Thibodeau, what I don't dig is I know you implementing the roster. At some point, we have to run, and I know Knicks fans hate this word. At some point, we have to run some ISO. We have to run some, at least a little bit. Dog, if you miss 6 shots in a row, if you miss Tom Thibodeau,
this is where a Trier comes in.
Right.
Like, why did we I always said, like, you need that one guy on the team. I'm not saying that he's like Jordan, but like, yo, you develop that cat too. Like, there's one guy on the team that you have to be able to put in to be able to get his own bucket. Like, yo,
offense.
This is why I always love Beasley, yo. Beasley, like we had him at the wrong time, but Beasley is a very important like championship level piece. And when I say that, meaning like he's the dude, like he might not get more than 15 minutes a night at the age and stage that he was, but he getting you like 9 points in that 15 minutes at least.
Yes.
He's walking up to the basket. You couldn't stop Beasley from scoring.
Right. And so
nobody. I love Randall. Randall's probably about the closest we got to it, but like we don't got nobody that's really out there. Like okay, put me in, coach. I'm about to get us these 5 points we need easy. Nobody can able to stop me.
And so here's the thing that and so you stole my thunder a little bit. This is what I was going to allude to. So no, because you're right. Because you're right. My thing is, against tired second units, against tired first units, you need a fresh bucket getter off the bench, and not just to get you those buckets, but the threat of him getting you those buckets. You know what I'm saying? So now you when coaches come in, Mike Malone would have been like, "Yo," and so here's the thing, Mike Malone would have legit been like, "Hey, so we got to focus on Julius. RJ struggling. He ain't gonna get hit no shot, no way. So we gonna put four sets of eyes on Julius Randle." That's what Oklahoma City did. People don't notice that. The Oklahoma City ran some weird boxing one type defense, like one guy defending Julius and the four other guys eyes on the ball, right? And people are like, and I mean not eyes on the ball, but eyes on Julius. And so people will be like, "Nah, man, you're supposed to have your eye on the ball anyway." Listen to what I'm telling you. I'm telling you, Oklahoma City ran some weird boxing one where they focused entirely on Julius, right? Even when Julius Randle didn't have the ball, they still had eyes on him. Julius Randle is if I could compare it to what would be a good comp. Julius Randle is our Donovan McNabb. Y'all remember that quarterback from the Eagles, Donovan McNabb? Remember the TO years where he would throw for like 4,000 yards and all these things. You had to watch out for Westbrook and a tight end and a TO and another receiver, and everybody like, "Yo, you watch out for this Eagles passing game." But occasionally, McNabb would take the rock and tote it for like 12 yards and move the chains, right? And we were like, "God, we covered everything except McNabb running." That's what Julius Randle is with us. Like, and I know that sounds like a strange comp, but look at how Julius scores in the second half. Like Julius comes out, he passes the ball, he rebounds. You're like, "Dang, Julius Randle only got 2 points, but he got 7 rebounds and 5 assists." And then at the end of the game, late in the second half, you're like, "Okay, Julius is taking this thing on his own." Julius has 22 points and 14 rebounds and 9 assists. Yeah, like that. So teams know that. But so the thing I'm getting at is we need to have, if all eyes are on Julius, we need to have an ISO scorer on the floor with Julius. That you put Julius Randle on that one side of the floor with all eyes on him and an ISO scorer on the backside against that defense where they focused on Julius. Now you got an Alonzo Trier, Michael Beasley, Alec Burks that's eating in a one-on-one defensive situation. I like my chances.
And I feel like Alec Burke might be that guy. Like, and I mean, so far he has been that guy. Just wait for everybody to be healthy, man. Like, wait for everybody to be healthy. Like, we just need everybody right now. We need everybody. Like, everybody.
Legit, the definition of the word. We need every healthy body in order for us to see the best carnation of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? The best iteration of ourselves, right? But here's the thing.
I'm not mad at that, though. Like,
when is that going to happen?
I mean,
there you go. Bingo.
Your man Burks was in, like, he was still in the walking boot up until like a week ago. So that means that if he's in the walking boot a week ago, he's still got a few more weeks probably to go on that. So we just got to do the best with what we got, bro. Like,
dog, Taj Gibson ain't the answer.
He's not the answer, but there does need to be some pressure taken off of that 4-5 like rotation, because like Your man Julius is the main power forward, and he's playing backup center. And you got Kevin Knox backing up Julius. You got like it's just like it's too convoluted. Like I actually appreciate Taj. Not so much because I do like him as a player. He's all right, whatever, but as more like a locker room guy. But like just his capability to be able to step in to relieve some of that pressure might be good.
Taj can pass the ball, period. Now, whether there's going to be a shooters around, Taj can pass the ball.
I'm not mad at Taj. Like, I feel like that was a stable pickup. Yeah, Burks is definitely hurt every year. Like Burks is definitely an injury-prone player.
This is why he's not a more expensive player.
Right. But for what he is, he's a definition of what we did. What we need as a team. He provides some point guard flexibility. I'm not saying that he's in the mix. I'm saying. In a pinch, you can get Alec Burks to play some point guard. Right? He was a point guard at Colorado. He was a point guard at Utah. They moved him to the wing. Right? Him and Dante Exum. Right? That was their young backcourt, Burks and Dante Exum a few years ago. Right? He gives you the vet savvy where when times get hard, you don't have to go explain to Alec Burks what to do in such and such situation. Alec Burks has been there and done that plenty of times for different teams, Eastern Conference and Western Conference. Right? Alec Burks is going to provide you rock steady, professional experience off the court. Like you ain't got to worry about him pulling a James Harden. Like let me go to the club and get an order of lemon pepper wings and send 2 strippers over to the table. You ain't getting that for Alec Burks. That ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Atlanta, by the way. I love it. So here's Alec Burks is going to provide you with a lot of stuff. He's going to be rock steady, right? My only thing is just like what somebody said in the chat. Alec Burks is going to be hurt, and for those that give 110%, like people, I ain't gonna lie to you, people that give 110% do tend to overexert themselves and hurt themselves. So which one do you want? Do you want to complain about Alec Burks being hurt, or do you want to appreciate the fact that when he's on the floor, he's giving you 110%? And y'all know these type guys, y'all know these type players, y'all know these type people.
Can we do both?
Man.
Appreciate it when he's there. Yeah. Complain when he's not.
But you mad that he turned his ankle going for a steal. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, dog. I mean, my man legit turned his ankle stepping on somebody's foot going for a steal. He hustling. You know what I mean? I think we got to kind of. That's just his play style. I'll just put it that way. That's just it.
Burks. I don't see him as a long-term piece. So it's not like I'm like he's more seasonal. Like I like him for this season, and like I would love to see him play more. But this has been who he is. So like I'm not really. If we get more than what he generally gives in terms of health, then we win. Like if we could get him for 75% of this season, then we've got him for more than most teams have gotten him for the last 4 seasons.
Right. Well, and in a harsh reality, you probably right. So, but the thing is with a cat like Alec Burks, you appreciate the fact that he's going to give you 110%, because we've had dudes like J.R. Smith blowing in LeBron's ear at the free throw line. That's the kind of 6-man we had. You know what I'm saying? In the past, we had dudes like Courtney Lee. Courtney Lee when Courtney Lee gets red hot, he's gonna get you 12 points. When Courtney Lee is ice cold, he's gonna get you 12 points. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? Y'all remember Aaron Aflalo? You remember Aaron Aflalo was about
Who can forget?
Yeah, Aaron Aflalo was like, yo, I'm not shooting the ball from all over these spots on the floor. I'm shooting the ball from one spot, and if y'all mad, y'all just gonna have to get mad as hell, because I'm money from this one spot on the floor, and if I don't catch the ball in this spot, I ain't shooting. I'm not shooting if it's not from that high elbow area. I got to fade away from there. That's money. And you know what? He was right. Aaron, I mean, what's the kid from the kid we traded to Golden State? He's a Golden State Warriors announcer now. I forget his name. He was we traded him to Golden State in 2010.
In 2010?
Yeah, in 2010. Yeah. He was like, yo, and when I catch it, I'm going to the rim as hard as I can. And someday RJ Barrett is gonna have a picture of me on his wall. You know the dude I'm talking about. The dude he catches it and went to the paint like a bowling ball. I can't remember his name. He's a Nigerian dude.
A Nigerian dude. Okay.
He was like the 6'5" athlete. I can't remember what his name is, but yeah. Kev, I'm gonna set the world on fire with this thought. I hate to say take, man, because take makes things seem like, when I say take, it makes me feel like somebody that wrote down a whole bunch of stuff that knew it would troll people, and you just come up with some stuff just to troll people just to get interest, like Stephen A. and man. I don't like that.
You know they're gonna do something today, man. You know that.
So here is my thought, and this is mine unto myself. I'm gonna share it with y'all. I think it's time to sit Knox and play Frank in those minutes.
I don't think that you're gonna find much argument there, though. Like,
yeah, you're not. You know why? You know why I say that? You know why I say that is because defensive. If we're all on defense, if we are all on that defense tip, that's what Frank gives. And I can tell you right now, Frank would have been up all in on Friday. He would have been all up in
Can't do this. We can't talk about players that ain't ready, man. We can't do that.
No, but he knows. What's the guy's name?
Wait a minute. How do y'all say that? And for the last 20 minutes, we've been talking about Alec Burks.
Yeah.
I wasn't talking about Alec Burks.
What's the guy from?
Frank brings emotion. I'm trying to keep you. We are already emotional.
No. But I'm talking real, as opposed to playing these opposing point guards, these guards, whoever. He would have.
I don't think Frank is going to get the minutes. I don't think Tibbs is going to get Frank minutes.
Well, if he wants some, but if Frank still hurt. Yeah, he's still hurt right now.
DSJ played. But what I'm saying, these players are playing right now, how they're playing, is because so many cats is hurt.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, if he wasn't hurt, he would have found minutes for him in these situations. I'm not saying he would get like 20 or 40, 40 minutes. I'm not saying that, but in key situations, I believe he would have put him in there. He would have put him up against I can't pronounce the guy's name. Who's that? The guy from OKC, the star for OKC.
Jay Gilgis.
Yes. He would have D'd him up, and he would have D'd up Jamal Murray last night as well.
Right. And so we did pretty good defense on Jamal Murray, right? So and so the thing is, what I'm getting at is people have this weird thing, and I don't know what it is. So the Knoxers have legit become the number one fan base of the Knicks all of a sudden, and I think it's because of the emergence of Emmanuel Quickly. Yeah. Like some people have jumped off of the Frank Ntilikina bandwagon and jumped into the Quickly bandwagon, which makes the Knoxers sound louder. Right. But here's the thing: having a pretty shot. Having a pretty shot don't mean nothing.
It doesn't.
Don't be telling me about Kevin Knox's pretty shot when it don't go in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'd rather have a guy who's digging in the trench trying to get.
It is a beautiful shot.
It does look nice, but I'd rather have a guy in the trenches trying to make it difficult for the other player than to have a beautiful shot.
Kev, I can't dig a ditch in Jordans. I'm not wearing my Jordans to dig ditches. You know what I'm saying? Don't be selling me on expensive shoes that look good and I can't use them. You know what I'm saying? I can't. You selling me on expensive shoes that I can't use. The only time I can use those shoes is when I'm going to do something pretty. Yeah. Right? I can't dig ditches in Jordan 11s. You know, I'm not ruining my shit. It's the thing. That's the thing with Knox, man. The shot looks good, but it's not effective.
Yeah.
It looks good.
Yeah. As much as people really want to hate on Frank, the one thing you can always, he can hang his tail on is his defense. That's it.
Yeah.
When he's open, he can occasionally hit that 3-point shot. He can. Hey, what's up, my man? What's up, my man?
What up, Unc?
Yeah.
What's good?
That's all I'm really saying. I mean, you have a player that's very useful. You have a player that's very useful.
He ain't useful when he always hurt every season.
You're not going to get an argument out of me. I'm totally with you. I'm still trying to figure out when he actually hurt his knee. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
It's not Frank's knee. It's his Achilles.
No. He says it's his knee. It's his knee.
Oh, so the first thing I heard was Achilles.
Yeah, it was his knee. That was his Achilles.
Okay, so now it's the knee. Okay.
So basically, running the same route that Burke is running.
Right. Yeah.
So he's just going to be another kind of like perpetually injury-proof player.
Hey,
man. I mean, you know what? You guys are totally right.
Let's talk about DSJ. There was a DSJ sighting.
Yeah, I saw Bobo sight too. His shot. You see that?
Poor DSJ, man.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, there has been a Dennis Smith Jr. signing.
Wow.
Right. And to his credit, and probably to his discredit. So he looked to me he looked good physically, but the offense that didn't look good.
No, did you see the block that Bobo did on him?
Yes. Did you see the look on Knox's face when he saw him block it?
Yeah, man.
And Knox was like, "Come on, Knox, you got to be more engaged in that, man." Yeah. Kevin Knox, you got to be more engaged.
You know what?
At least not show some emotion.
Yeah, where it is, Ghetto. You know what lost it for me, Knox, a little bit? The inbound pass that he was trying to give to New Orleans Noel. I was like, come on, man.
And who's trying to get a ball with New Orleans Noel? Like, what is like Knox just does dumb stuff. But
and that's why I pull my hair out at times, man. As little hair as I have.
Right. Now, to me, the cat is too. Man, Knox is too submissive. You know what I'm saying? I think he's
a beta male. He's a beta male. I've been saying that's the first time I seen him.
Yeah, Knox.
I like that. That's not even an alpha. It's a beta.
Yeah, like he's definitely like.
And also
he's not the guy that people want him to be. He's not.
And you know what else? Also, Free Keith, it's making me wonder what they actually saw in him that they went that route instead of getting Mikal Bridges. Well,
I think I see it though. Like anybody I think could see it. Look at him. Like
Ron Cleveland was good.
Ron Cleveland. Man. Can't hear you, Ron.
Hey, that's worldwide Ron. Y'all better relax. That's worldwide Ron.
That's worldwide Ron. Yeah, I can roll with that. Bring up the red.
Y'all got the crew. Y'all got the crew. Y'all need me. I'm gonna go make some money. I'll see y'all later.
Okay.
Love y'all, man.
Have a good one, man.
Come on.
So hold on. Time out. So am I hearing this from Uncle Freezy and Kevin Blackistone, that Cornerstone Blackistone, that the reason why we got blasted by 30 the last 2 games is because of Kevin Knox got a pretty jump shot that's inefficient. That's what I just added 2 points.
The Prince, no sir.
Man.
Hell no.
Don't start that, Kev. Don't start that.
No sir.
Don't start that, Kev.
Hey,
RJ over the last 2 games hold on, time out. RJ over the last 2 games has shot 13 for 45.
Yeah, you're
13
right.
for 45,
I'm
bro.
not going. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So let's stop with this Kevin Knox,
And I'm not
bro.
slandering him.
Let's don't do that to that boy, man.
I'm not going to
Don't do that.
I'm not.
Hey, hold on, y'all. I'm gonna reset the point. Everybody, stay right where they are. I'm gonna reset the point. Stay right where y'all are. Don't go nowhere. I'm gonna reset the point. Don't go nowhere. So everybody in the video chat, and I'm sorry, in the virtual chat. So what we said was the offense looked terrible, and we think it's all Tom Thibodeau's fault. We think the offense is predictable, and after 1 or 2 options, the defense and knows exactly what the offense is doing. And we compared it to other coaches of Knicks past, Mike Miller, David Fizdale, Jeff Hornacek, Kurt Rambis, Derek Fisher. The list goes on and on. Like we legit just said, we were frustrated with the offense. We're saying that the shots that we're getting and missing may not be a true end to the players, but to the offense they're running or lack thereof. And so what happened is we started talking about. I said maybe Frank Ntilikina should get Kevin Knox's minutes, and I think that's what Prince Bunn jumped in. So I'm gonna bring everybody back. Hey Prince, hey Prince. So I had to do that, man. I had to do that, explain it. Because what happened was we didn't say Kevin Knox was the reason why the offense sucks. I said that a pretty jumper that doesn't go in doesn't mean anything. I can't dig a ditch in Jordan 11s, dog. I can't do that.
No, I feel you. My baby has to get more aggressive and assertive. Don't get me wrong by that. And I'm never going to make excuses for Kevin. But I've been screaming this since I think game 2 or 3. Tom Thibodeau, Kenny Payne, y'all have to call some calls for Kevin Knox and RJ Barrett to get to not easy buckets, but less. They have to work less for their buckets. Like you said, Uncle Freezy, Julius can get his own buckets. Like I was talking about Alonzo Trier. Trier can get his own bucket. You know what I'm saying? RJ and Knox, RJ can muscle his own bucket, but RJ getting an easy bucket, no. That's
nobody on the offense is getting easy buckets.
Easy buckets.
If think about it, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let you eat, right? Matter of fact, I'm gonna say this, and I'll get out of the way and let all y'all jump in on it, because I introduced something, and I think there's gonna be a fight between the Prince and Cornerstone Cavs.
Now, love
but hear me out. Hear me out. So here's the thing. If we would just let Julius Randle ISO maybe 3 or 4 times a game, that's what is that? Once per quarter? If we let Julius Randle ISO once per quarter, 3 or 4 times, maybe 5 times a game, I think Julius Randle could average maybe 26, 27 points a game. And I think it would help with us when we go through those scoring droughts, where one guy, if he could just ISO 1 or 2 times a quarter.
The best player on your team.
But the only
Not no spin move, ISO.
No. Right. You're right, Chop.
Wait, hold on. Y'all hate the spin move when he turns it over, but y'all ain't peep the spin move. The spin move when it's successful. Like last night, he did the spin move, got the bucket and a foul.
And the foul.
Like, but nobody ain't saying nothing about the spin move after that, though. Like nobody don't blame the spin move when it works.
And so here's the other part too. I just want to throw this in, and I promise you, I'm gonna get out the way. I'm gonna throw this in, and I'm gonna get out the way. I'm gonna make 2 points. One is gonna be my thought. The other one is gonna be a live grenade. I'm here to tell you, it's gonna be a live grenade. And once I do it, I'm gonna get out the way. We need to get Kevin Knox and RJ Barrett more ISO situations too. Right? We need to get Kevin Knox shots where he's comfortable. Right?
Yeah.
Shots where he's legit comfortable going into his bag of moves and getting to the basket. And the same thing for RJ. We can't just say RJ catching the ball on the run with 7 seconds left, barreling to the basket and throwing up some Hail Mary. That's what RJ's doing. RJ Barrett is not throwing up Hail Marys with 20 seconds left in the shot clock. RJ Barrett gets the ball back with like 6 seconds left on, and he goes what comes naturally to him. Go to the basket, draw the foul. Now here's the thing. I know that there are Knoxes in the building, and I know that there are Frankers that are in the building, right? And the Knoxers have legit been super obnoxious the last 8 games. Super obnoxious. Like, Frank Ntilikina shouldn't get Knox's minutes. Did you see Kevin Knox's game in Tampa? I saw it. But look, I'm here to tell you this about Kevin Knox. The shot is pretty, right? The shot is pretty, right? But it's not useful if it's not going in, right? And if Kevin Knox's shot is not going in, what else is Kevin Knox bringing to the table? Is it more than what Frank Ntilikina would bring to the table on a consistent basis? I think I would take my chances with Kevin Knox's 2 for 9 versus Frank's 2 for 9 and good defense, right? I'm here to ask the question, just to ask the question. When Frank Ntilikina comes back healthy, should he have Kevin Knox's minutes, and should we send Kevin Knox to the bench?
I don't think his minutes, but I do think Reggie Bullock's minutes.
No, we got Taj Gibson. We got Taj Gibson now. So we don't need
Reggie Bullock is a small forward. He's a small, either 2 guard or a small forward.
Right.
That's what Frank is going to be playing at. Frank's not playing point guard.
No, I'm not saying he's supposed to either.
Frank is going to.
But you asked the question.
You muted, Keith.
You asked the question, should he take Knox's minutes? I say no, but he should take. But out of all of them, Reggie's minutes should be cut drastically.
Yeah. And see, I was gonna say, Freeze, I know you threw that grenade and try to run off and stuff, so you don't
Nah. Hey, Knox or Frank. Knox or Frank.
I'm not gonna choose that.
And then,
Prince, Knox or Frank. Do you want Knox to stay in the game and Frank still to be buried on the bench? Yes or no?
No, but
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes right now at his position. Yes, for in situational basketball. Now, if you're talking that, but if you're just being cynical, I have to say yes because again, I believe
I would have to as well. Unfortunately,
Knox's defense has stepped up. We haven't seen Frank since game 2, game 3. So
and I think he's out for the next 10 games, right?
Yeah. So we can't sit up here. So I'm not going to even laugh at your argument.
Hamadou Diallo. Hamadou.
No, in timeout about the Hamdy. If y'all remember me 3 years ago, my boy, a couple cats. I wanted Hamdy. I wish we'd have picked him up in the second round.
In the second round, right?
But we didn't. You know what I'm saying?
Because we got Mitch.
Yeah. So again, you can't be mad at that because but I think Hamdy wanted to be in New York. Now again, I'm gonna throw this grenade and I'm gonna get off the mic. Maybe Free Keeping Cornerstone can eat off of this point. But again, to y'all, did Hamdy and all of the guards out there outplay RJ? That's the question. Has RJ been physically outplayed by every guard that we've seen so far?
Yes.
Yo, RJ's being people like RJ's numbers, but he's just being force fed the ball. RJ's not efficient. He's not efficient. He's taking more shots than Randall and hitting less. I just feel like they're trying to force him. They're trying to force feed RJ into the second man role, and I don't know if he's not ready for it or he's not it or this, that, and the other, but he's not that Robin yet, yo. He's not that Robin yet.
Right?
Nah. And so
for real, RJ he has to start hitting shots. It just he won't be able to exist next to Randall.
Can we just let RJ get some ISOs? Can we get
He doesn't even finish well.
He ain't no Mello.
I prefer Elf getting ISOs over RJ, to tell you the truth.
Man, Elf went to the basket last
Yo,
night.
Elf went to the rack.
And Mr. Bunny.
You missed a
my
whole
guy,
bunch.
yo.
I was like,
He went to the
yo.
rack.
So he went to the basket yesterday, and Mr. Bunny so close. I don't know. Clyde was like, oh.
Yeah, he will do that.
Clyde couldn't even rhyme. Clyde couldn't even rhyme.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Clyde was just like, oh. You know what I'm saying? You like, man. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm gonna say this since nobody will defend Frank Ntilikina. I defend Frank. Nah, Kev. No, Kev. Don't jump in on the Frank thing now.
I am defending him all the time. I want him to play. I want him to play, but I can't do anything if he's not on the floor. If he's not healthy, I know this. I can't defend him. I can't. And I'm getting tired of being thrown under the coals for defending this kid, and he's not being healthy.
I love you, Cornerstone, for at least being rational. Like that's
I'm irrational.
Rational, like after 4 years, and you realize that every time this dude get anything going, his groin come out his body.
Now it's the Achilles, and then now it's his knee. Come on.
Do you even want to play basketball, gangster? What is it?
Kev, you killing Frank. You killing Frank right now, Kev.
Yeah, but still.
I never thought I'd see the day when you kill Frank.
As Ron Cleveland always said, your best ability is your availability. If you're not available, what can we go on?
Jordan with a broken leg is just as good as Frank.
Yeah, pretty much.
I can't say nothing. I can't. I can't. As much as I want to go at Chuck so badly with everything, I can't because I have nothing to show for it. I have nothing. I have nothing to show, especially for this year.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this, and this is the reason why I brought Frank up. With the signing of Taj Gibson, the backup power forward minutes to Julius Randle are going to Taj Gibson. The third center role is Taj Gibson, right?
Give him some rest.
Now, what do you do with Kevin Knox? What do you do with Kevin Knox when Thibodeau does Peyton, Rivers, and RJ? What do you do? That's
the question you asked. Do you draw up more plays for Kevin Knox? He's better coming off of screens, and he's a point guard, like you said before.
What I'm saying, what I'm getting is. So you have a big man rotation already of Julius Randle, Obi Toppin, Taj Gibson, Nerlens Noel, and Mitchell Robinson. That's 5 guys, right? And then you have a 5-guard rotation of Elfrid Payton, Austin Rivers, RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quickley, Alec Burks. That's 10 guys, right? Are you saying now think about this? Are you saying that Thibodeau is going to take one of those bigs out of that rotation for Kevin Knox? Or is Tibbs going to take one of those guards out of the rotation for Kevin Knox?
Guard is out of there.
I say no. I say no. I don't see where Kevin Knox has done so much where he deserves minutes over Emmanuel Quickley and Obi Toppin.
Well, Freeze, and that's why I got to stop you at right there, bro. You got and Freeze, you watch the game every night, bro. And I ain't even gonna disrespect your intelligence or nothing like that. But if you sit up here and tell us, that Emmanuel, yes, but Obi Toppin, his minutes has been conducive of winning, and the guy has only played 2 games. Kevin Knox, his defense, his play, everything that he's done has stepped up outside of his offensive scoring. So again, you're telling me you're going to take 27 minutes away from a kid who's actually helping us win. Because again, Freezy, tell me if I'm lying, he sparked both comebacks over the last 2 comebacks when we were down 17 and 18 points. Those threes that Kevin Knox hit, if he doesn't hit those, bro, we lose.
Freaky, stop. Okay, so I want Freaky to answer this for me. Does that not sound like the Frank argument from 2 years ago? Remember on Twitter when we was on Twitter?
Yes,
where we would say, yeah, that one play won the game. But you know what I'm saying?
I give you that. But I'm gonna say this though. Knox looks better for longer stretches.
Thank you, Free.
And like, so that's what makes that's what really kind of legitimately makes the difference. And it's kind of like with Knox, it's a thing different than Frank. Like Knox, you look at Knox and physically, like, yo, like you see it there. Like you see it, like Knox, man, like get it together. Like you got all the tools. Frank is not like it's not the same thing. Like Frank, it took Frank 3 years to get that 20-point game.
It took Frank 3 years to tie his own shoes.
So, yes,
I know, you know what I'm saying?
It just comes off to me like Frank is learning basketball. Like, and I get it or whatever, but like to me, like it's a different comparison. But I understand what you're saying about like, yeah, it does sound like the same thing Katz was saying about Frank.
It is. It is like, a thousand excuses. And Prince is my man. This is my dog right here. What I'm trying to get him to help me understand is if you have 5 bigs and 5 guards, wouldn't you want somebody that's position flexible, that's a Swiss Army knife on as a position player, as opposed to a guy that's just a spot up shooter?
I would, but again, you depend on what like you said, we're talking about what affects the game more. Although Frank's defense is paramount, and again, we can't even think that Knox's defense is nowhere near Frank. So let's stop. I'm not going to argue that point. So again, now you're talking is offensive shooting on a team that doesn't have any shooting freeze, or is a defensive pit bull worth more to you in possession of basketball? But like your original question was, who are you going to take out? I'm going to take out the guard. I'm going to take out Bullock's minutes. If you're asking me if I got to give up, who am I going to give up out of anybody? Bullock's is going to lose his minutes. Knox and Frank needs to play. They are as we chimed them, the future, the cornerstones. So those kids need to play. They're not losing us games. Elfrid Payton,
bro, I took Bullock out. I took Reggie Bullock out of this situation. I named the 5 guards. It was LP, RJ,
Prince. Did you just
Austin Rivers, Alec Burke, and Emmanuel Quickly as the 5 guards, and then the 5 bigs are Randall, Obi, Taj, Mitch, Noel. That doesn't leave room for Frank or Knox. And so my question is if one of them has to play, why not add Frank, who's a Swiss Army knife, who can do a lot of different, gives you positional flexibility?
And Freeze, I ain't saying that. I say I like that because again, we have been the last 2-3 games, we have been outplayed at the guard position, period. Right. The guard position, we've getting killed at. So again, for me to sit here and lie and be like, no, we couldn't, Frank ain't gonna help us do nothing. That's a lie. You know what I'm saying? But again, you said 5 bigs, 5 guards. The game is played with a small forward too. So Kevin Knox is our small forward. As much as we hate to say it,
what about RJ Barrett and Alec Burke though?
Bro, Alec Burke is a 2 in a 1's body. You know what I'm saying? And so again, when you say that, he needs to play. But Nerlens Noel, dog, pull his minutes. What is he giving us? The dude fumbled 12 passes last game. He barely could grab a rebound. You know what I'm saying?
We light in the bigs, though. You can't even take away a big right now. We too light with the bigs. Like, you can't take away a big right now.
Right.
Like, Randall already playing backup 5.
Right.
And and 4. And we got Knox trying to back up Randall. Come on, man. Like, you can't take away Nolan. Like, I see very well why they picked up Taj. Like, we definitely held the 4 and the 5. Like, it's untenable what they're trying to do with the pieces that's down right now.
Well, I'll tell you all this, man. Prince, I know you didn't make Knox no cornerstone. Cornerstone piece. I don't know what y'all see. I don't know what y'all seeing in Knox, man. It's the same. We gotta recognize when something ain't working, man, and stop trying to keep making it work. It's the same thing with Frank. And hey, y'all know how I feel about Frank. Love him, but at the end of the day, but at the end of the day, it ain't working. You can't keep running that out there, man.
Well, the only
And
thing, well, Ron.
let me go, Kevin.
Ron,
Let me go, man. You're cutting me off, man. Let me finish.
Your best ability is your availability. Go ahead.
Let me finish. Because you're going to make me forget my thought. You know I'm getting older, man. What's up with you?
Hey, 29, man. Go ahead with yourself.
29. I wish I'm 47. My oldest daughter is 26. So
I'm older than you. I'm 50.
Yeah, you got me by 3. hey, we all had to be in that house before that street light came on.
Right.
I'm worried about getting a whipping.
You got that right. But yeah, man. Seriously, man. But Kevin Knox, man. I said it last night. He's one of them guys. The way you get the best out of Kevin Knox, you cannot have Kevin Knox coming off the bench because he's one of them people that he has to get a bunch of touches. He got to be within the flow of the game. Typically, a person that comes off the bench is normally instant offense. No doubters when it comes to shooting. Kevin Knox is not that dude. Kevin Knox is one of them dudes where you got to keep trying to keep him engaged. He's and to this point right now with him, if he ain't shooting, to your point, Freezy, what is he giving us? Now, as much as I feel a certain way about Ntilikina, the one thing about Ntilikina is he will put pressure on the guards. That's what he will do. He'll disrupt the other team's guards. But his jump shot has gotten better. We know that it's gotten better. He still just don't shoot enough. But if you look at both of those guys, man, you know what it is that we know what Knox is, and we know what Frank ain't.
So Ron, here's the thing. I don't know if you heard the scenario that I posed, right? But if the Knicks have 5 guards and 5 bigs, where does Knox fit? So here are your bigs, right? Just real quick. So your bigs are Randall, Obi, Taj, Nerlens, Mitch. Those are your 5 bigs, right? Your 5 guards are Elf, Rivers, RJ, Quickly, and Alec Burke. So if Thibodeau is notorious for running a 9-man rotation, barely a 10-man rotation, where does Knox fit if those are the 5? If those are the 5 guys?
Okay, I didn't hear one person name, and I would rather see Knox in the starting lineup than this guy.
Reggie Bullock.
Exactly, and the reason why I say that is twofold. Reggie Bullock is very inconsistent. Reggie Bullock is making mistakes that you expect a rookie to be making. I mean, he's throwing the ball off the backboard, and the thing is, if you want Knox to develop and have a veteran that's going to help him, Reggie Bullock is showing him how not to play the position. And he's adopting some of the stuff that Reggie Bullock is doing. That turnover last night, that looked like something Reggie Bullock's been doing.
Right.
And that's why, and Reggie Bullock, you want Reggie Bullock to be shooting threes, but to me, Reggie Bullock looked like he liked that two-pointer more than anything. And shout out to Ronald Miller because he looked it up and he said the numbers brought that out. Reggie Bullock liked that mid-range pull-up. Right. You know what I mean? He don't shoot enough of them threes.
Right.
So I would take Reggie Bullock minutes in a heartbeat.
Right, but Reggie, but Ron, in that scenario though, I didn't give Bullock minutes. I took him out the rotation already.
Okay, I named 5. The 5 bigs.
So the 5 bigs are Julius Randle, Obi Toppin, Taj Gibson, Nerlens Noel, Mitch. Those are your 5 bigs.
Well, you know what? I'm giving him Toppin minutes right now because Toppin don't look like he coming back no time soon. That way we can find out how Knox is going to be on the floor. Right now, Obi, you can't give minutes to somebody who's in the wheelchair, basically.
Yeah.
We can't put him in the equation. So Knox should be in the rotation.
I would have gave those minutes to Frank, and the reason why I would have gave those minutes to Frank is, and I know, I
can tell you right now, Freezy, when Frank come back healthy, Frank gonna take somebody's minutes.
Yeah, he gonna play. Frank is definitely playing.
And I'm gonna tell you who I think gonna be the culprit because he opened the door for Frank. is IQ of late.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Bing,
Now,
bing, bing,
and
bing,
the
bing,
thing
bing,
about
bing.
it, Ron, I really, as much as I love Frank, I love Quickly, and I just see a little bit of a more of a. He makes himself more of a threat offensively than Ntilikina does, and I just didn't want to see that talent, not be wasted. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm trying to say? I want to see him get a fair chance.
I don't think he's gonna give Frank IQ.
Right.
You don't. Okay.
Nope. Because you have to remember they're developing a culture right now, and they're implementing a system. And if you're gonna lose by 15, why are you gonna lose by 15 with Frank? And Frank ain't coming back. When you have to give
the reason why Frank was
I
struggling
agree.
to find minutes in the first place.
Well, I'll tell you this: when Quickly was on fire,
Yeah.
I could take that argument. But if Quickly ain't scoring right now, what Quickly giving you?
Right.
But
Or
that's
directing
the thing.
the offense
Every one
as
of these
well.
games, like this is Quigley's first 10 games of NBA basketball.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
we need him on the court. We need a guy.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all gotta let him. Y'all gotta give him some games. Like y'all gotta give him some games. Like I honestly believe that he's more valuable for the team than Frank.
Oh yeah,
hey y'all, listen to real quick. I'm a slide off the screen, and I'm gonna let y'all eat. Okay. So man, y'all go ahead and get y'all points in, man. Because listen, the Knicks fans they deserve this conversation because we didn't even get into Tom Thibodeau's whack offense yet. I mean, we talked about it a little bit, but we really didn't get into the how predictable that offense is. So I'm gonna slide out the way and let y'all eat.
Okay. All right.
Cornerstone Kev, let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
And I want to salute to Mo because he said this, and I was like, "You sure?" He said, "I will put up Knox in a trade for Zach LaVine." How do you feel about that?
Oh yeah,
man, that ain't even a question.
That's a better win, right? I got to give it up to Mo for that.
I'm with you on that, Chuck.
If we could get LaVine for just I'm driving him to Chicago myself.
Hey, I'm telling you, sign me up. I'll send him in Dennis Smith Jr.
Here's my only question.
Dennis Smith and Knox.
Here's my only question with regard to LaVine.
Well, it's not.
Go ahead. I want to hear your question.
Wait.
I want to hear your question about him. Go ahead.
What about his?
What about what? Kev, you're frozen, man, and I hate that because he
said something about an injury. I don't know.
No,
go ahead.
What I was gonna say until Cornerstone unfreeze is like I don't think they would send Knox. They're gonna probably send DSJ and some picks. I don't think they'll. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, they're not giving up on Knox just yet. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think Knox should be gave up on. The question was specifically, would you let Knox go in a LaVine trade if he had to go? Yeah.
Dude, but hold on. Now the question with that. Now the question. I know RJ is not on the docket, but again, who do you think would play better with LaVine, Knox or RJ? Because LaVine plays RJ game already, but better. LaVine is RJ.
RJ should be playing the small forward then.
And LaVine's a good passer too. I mean, he's an offensive powerhouse.
RJ plays Knox's position better than Knox, and LaVine would play RJ's position better than RJ.
Absolutely, not even a question. But I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you why you can sign me up for that deal. And I've been calling LaVine for like the last year or so.
I love LaVine. That's one of I would steal him from Chicago ASAP. I'm
gonna tell you what's our biggest problem. It's not shooting. It's consistent shooting.
Yeah.
The kid is consistent. He's consistent, and you put him and Julius. Now you got two bona fide shooters, two bona fide scorers on the team. Mm-hmm. So now, right now we only got one legitimate scorer in the starting unit. Let that sink in, and that's Julius Randle. Alpha Payton.
He can't do it all. He can't do it all.
No, and Julius is taking on a lot on his shoulders, man. You got Mitch that can't shoot. You got Alfred that ain't a reliable shooter. You got RJ right now who's not a reliable shooter. I know some people hate that, but it's the truth. The truth is the truth. You know what I mean? And Reggie Bullock is inconsistent. So that's why we struggling, and that's why we saw more of Alex Burks on the floor, even taking on the point guard role, because he's more consistent than them other guys, and that's what we need. We need consistent shooters. So you think about this: if we were to get Levine, you got Burks, and you got Julius. Those are your three bucket go getters, and then you got your bench with Rivers, quickly. You know what I mean? That's our biggest problem right now. It ain't so much as what Tom Thibodeau is doing. You can't make chicken salad with garbage. and right now we are garbage offensively.
Wait until we get 100%.
That's the main thing. That's what it is.
When we get all our guys back, I really think it's a different story. And I look to the preseason to give me a little bit of hope with that. Like Quigley and those young boys, which we haven't seen yet. We haven't seen that preseason lineup of Quigley, Toppin, the young boy. They were humming.
Knox.
They were humming. Like they had a different kind of synergy going with each other, and we have because of the injuries, we have yet to see that happen. We have yet to see them again during the season. I feel like when we are at the point where we could see them again, everybody's healthy. I feel like that they will be a scoring boost. They play together well in a way that I don't know if it's because they're all young and they kind of all know their little young swag or whatever it is. But like they had a nice energy going, and I feel like once that comes back, like we'll be able to see another kind of layer of offense.
And to your point, Keith, we all noticed it when those guys was on the floor because they were sprinkling Julius and RJ in that lineup too. That lineup was a lot faster than our first unit. Them boys would get up and down the floor. So when you heard Tibbs talking about he wanted to run, he was using that second unit as that barometer for getting up and down the floor. That starting unit, Alfred Payton is not going to push the pace. That's not his game. He's more methodical. You know what I mean? But when that second unit get in, that's why if you notice, our first unit normally gets us in a hole, and that second unit normally is the one that come steady the ship. You know what I mean? That second unit was making up for what the first unit didn't do.
Well, the last few games, the second unit actually been faltering. Like last night's game, our second unit got outshot.
Yeah, but to your point, that ain't the same second unit. We talking about the second unit you're talking about that we saw earlier. Yeah, that second unit.
But see, Quigley and Obi got injured right at the beginning of the season, so we didn't see that. Like we physically couldn't get to see that unit run again yet during any of these games yet.
Right.
And if we being real, that offense looked a whole lot better in preseason. And people say, "Oh, it's preseason." Preseason bump. That offense is still offense, and it looked a whole lot smoother when we had all our guns. Right now, we showing up with 2 bullets in the gun. We outman. We outman every night, man. We outman. We hoping. And that's why the margin for error for this team is so slim right now with all these injuries. We got like 5 players up. And shout out, I'm happy to see, as much as I don't have much hope for him, I hope he proves me wrong. Exactly. I was happy to see DSJ last night. I was shocked by that. And we're getting close, fellas, to that 20-game mark that they're talking about.
Yeah.
You're getting close.
Didn't you say this yesterday too on your show? I'm sorry, I saw it afterwards, whatever. But the bench scoring from the last 2 games, it was 54 last night, and then 44 the other night.
And we got outscored. Outscored by like 30 points. The second unit of the other team.
Yeah, right. We out, man. That's what it's coming down to. And Tom, we know like that 8 to 9 man rotation, but right now it's not going to work.
He's not even there yet. Part of that rotation is still hurt.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Obi. I mean, man, I tell you what, man, it's like I think that's the biggest disappointment for me right now is him not being on the floor. It's not his offense when he was playing, but it's just the fact that he's not out there. That's my biggest disappointment right now.
But gentlemen, take this to heart, yo. Mm-hmm. With all of that, with all of what we just laid out and the offense not being as good as we wanted to, and them not
I see
being
where you're
able to
going.
shoot
Keep
as well
rocking.
as we want. So we are 5-5, bro. When cats
Keith,
go,
I knew you was going
some
there,
dudes
man.
go
Hey, shout out to you.
first game.
Yeah.
I heard fans
Tell them
say
again.
1-9, like 0-10, like serious, like being realistic. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we 5-5 with 75% of our team.
Yeah, and
And
I think
last
they said like
season, when we won
last
the
time we
first
won 5
5
games
sorry,
was
Mom.
like 2008. Like that soon or something like that.
Last
It was
season, it took
ridiculous.
us 25 games to get
That's
to
what it was.
5.
25.
Right,
Exactly.
last season, right. Mm.
That's
I'm
why I think we
encouraged,
definitely gonna win 30 games.
I got my critiques going. Like, this stuff I'm gonna critique from game to game, but like, I'm encouraged, bro.
You and me both. You and me both. That's why I heard people saying Tom Thibodeau ain't the right coach, man. I ain't even falling for that.
Oh, come on, man.
Any other coach, we might have won one game.
Maybe.
We might have won one game, and it would have been that first game where we just had an explosion on Minnesota on what's the team? Milwaukee. Because
Milwaukee.
that game was just a perfect storm. Everything went right in that first game, but after that first game, this team has not put together that kind of effort.
That game kind of set it off, though.
Yeah, it did. It did.
Game, I feel like it kind of swelled their nuts up a little bit. Like,
yeah.
The first win was like, oh, this deep playoff team. Oh, we eating everybody food. Like, we can do it. Right. That was a good win. That was a good first win. That was I
felt like that OKC game. They was feeling themselves too much. To your point, I think they felt themselves too much, and I say this because if you remember early in the game, we went up by I think it was 10 or 11, like in the first quarter.
Yeah,
and then the team came back, and so in their minds they're probably feeling, oh, we can turn it on and take this team out because they did not play with the same kind of effort like they played up to that point in that game, and we got embarrassed, and rightfully so.
I'm a fan. Let me think that the game is easy. Let me say that
not the players. Not
the players.
It's really disrespectful to do that to any team.
Right. Hey, so I was gonna pose this to the Prince before he dipped, but Prince, I was gonna pose this to you just for your consideration. And don't knock my head off, man. I'm just asking a question because I want to know. Because right now I don't have any answers. I don't have answers.
Y'all don't
have answers, right? Because Free Keep said 5-5, and he's like, "Yo, we in a spot, man. We kind of fortunate that we, 5-5. You know what I'm saying? We could have, I'm not feeling that. Free Keep is my man, 50 grand. He know he good money. He know whenever we get up. He ain't got to pay for nothing when we get up. He know that. He ain't got to pay for no Newports or no lunch. He's super good.
Hit me with the
butt. So this is what I want to ask the Prince. Do you think we should consider giving Kevin Knox or Frank some of RJ's minutes?
Oh boy!
And I'm talking about serious minutes too. I'm talking about like cutting RJ's minutes in half and making him earn those minutes again.
And what RJ's getting? 40. He played 41 minutes, 44. What was those minutes again?
30, 37. His average is like 37, 38.
Yeah, I'm talking about cutting him down to like 20.
Everybody can eat. Let me get mine because I'm with Freezy and me and Uncle Fulio been on this for a minute. And low key, I'm like what I want to. My thing is I'm gonna say yes, definitely. What I want to say to that is, and I know everybody know I'm Knoxicizing right now, but again, if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. So again, when we sat down,
why we gotta knock?
Well, I'm just saying. I'm answering the question. I'm answering the question for you. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. So again, if we said we needed to hone Knox in and limit his shot selection, limit his minutes, why shouldn't we do the same thing for RJ? What I'm saying is, take 8 minutes from RJ. He's still putting up 30 minutes a game. If Kevin Knox with the shots that RJ's putting up, he's what? Like I said, over 2 games, he's probably 13 for 40 something. Knox is shooting. His percentage is way better. His defense isn't as good. His rebounds isn't as good. But I'm not saying sit RJ on the bench. I'm just saying, like you said, give 7, 8, 10 minutes of RJ's 38 minutes to either Knox or Frank. You can give Knox 25, 27 minutes a game now, rather than his average of 21, 22. That may give him a more opportunity to grab 4 or 5 more rebounds, to get in there and scrap a little bit more. So okay. I believe the proof is in the pudding. The numbers are there that shows RJ isn't playing that much more better with an extra 10 minutes than Kevin Knox is, guys. And I know for the eyes, it may not speak to my truth. But again, if you look at it pound for pound, Kevin Knox is playing defense. Kevin Knox is shooting the ball better. The only difference is Kevin Knox is getting limited minutes, and he's trying to do the best that he can within those 25, 27 minutes that he's playing. So to answer your question, Freeze, I definitely believe
Uncle P, if you do that, remember those 2 different positions that they're playing. Who's gonna play? You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna keep Bullock on there. I mean, no, remember we showed him.
That's what I was about to say. OG was just that. When Burks comes back, that affords Thibodeau the leeway to say, okay, now I don't have to kill RJ as a number 3. I have a number 3 now, and Burks is our number 2 option. If you want to say
number
that.
2, yeah, number 2
option. I don't have to.
Man.
What up, Joe?
What's up, Joe?
I don't have to RJ's legs and RJ with 38 minutes anymore. Burks is back now. He's going to take a good majority of those shots. So now that offensive scoring, you don't have to worry about where you're getting it from. And I can see Tom Thibodeau saying, okay, now Bullock's not playing too well. Give Knox more minutes. You know what I'm saying? So that I believe that is Freezy. You barked up the right tree with that one, brother. I know a lot of RJ, the Bear Tears. I know you Bear Tears probably didn't want to hear that, but it's the truth, you know. And RJ may need.
If that 8 minutes that you want to shave off of RJ and onto Knox is better for the team, then by all means do it.
That's
like I don't. I'm not, like if Knox is gonna do better with that 8 minutes than RJ does, like I do not mind. Like, yeah, you still walking off the court with 30 minutes, RJ. That's fine.
Right. So
do you think he wants those minutes, or it doesn't matter? It's a team effort, right?
I just think Tibbs is looking at minutes, honestly, to tell you.
The players. You think RJ wants all those minutes?
Yes.
I do too.
So. I think so.
It's in his DNA. He, like I said, RJ has always, you know what I'm saying, exhumed the presence that he wants to be the guy. RJ wants to be the guy. And that's one thing I can't hate about.
From college, you saw that. But his consistency doesn't match up with it, though.
Exactly, Free.
When those 2 match up, it's going to be a problem. But they ain't at the same level.
They ain't lining up right now.
They ain't lining up.
As of late.
And that's the difference. If Knox truly felt like he was the guy, Knox would get the minutes. But
this is what I'm waiting for. Like, yo, Knox, like just turn on, Knox. Like,
turn it on. Like Freezy said, we need to get the Mama Knox shirts, and we need to stand in the front row, bro, with the Mama Knox shirts on. And like, hey, B, I'm gonna call your mama. I'm gonna call your mama, bro.
Right, and so the funny thing, the ironic thing is this. So I don't know if everybody remembers Kevin Knox, not Kevin Knox the second. But Kevin Knox, the wide receiver from Florida State.
Oh, his father. Right.
Yeah. So he used to go to Charlie Ward. Like when they call a play, everybody would break out and get in formation. And Kevin Knox would be like, "Hey, I know what they just called from the sideline, right? But I'm open. So Kevin Knox used to go to Charlie Ward, be like, "Hey, B, I don't care what the play. I don't care what you just call. I'm open, dog. I want the ball. You know what I'm saying? Throw me the football. I'm open. And these dudes used to have all kind of receive Peter Warwick and a whole bunch of dudes. You know what I'm saying?
What does
this have to do with Kevin Knox? That guy is not good enough to be playing 30 minutes.
Listen, hear me out.
Hold on, Mo. He's already playing 22 minutes. What you mean he's not good enough to play 30 minutes?
That's not what I'm getting at. What I'm getting at is how does Papa Bear be like, yo, I don't care what they call and what situation. I don't care what the weather's like. I don't care what the defense is. I don't care how many points that we're up. I want the football every time. But Son is like, yeah, you know, if I get the ball, you know, whatever.
His mentality may not be his pops.
Yeah, it made me think like it made me look back to so I used to box, right? So when I was in the military, I used to box against military installations, civilian guys, and some prisons, like dudes in prisons are coming. I used to box against everybody, right? And I didn't care where they came from. Because as a youngin, I had some weird anger thing that I had to deal with. So I don't care if you came from prison, from the military.
Them too, like
I just wanted to tussle, right? But my son is a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? My son likes all the fancy shoes and stuff, and he like all the pretty chicks and all that stuff. So when it comes to stuff like that, he like, nah, you know, father and son ain't necessarily the same. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So that's what I'm asking about Knox. Like, is Knox just a product of the gene pool in the AAU circuit?
I'm gonna tell you this. Somebody pointed it out last night, man. They said that he was pretty much groomed to play football. And if you remember, he was playing quarterback. And it wasn't until after, I think, 1 year of basketball, they said that he played at the high school level, that he got that scholarship to Kentucky.
Right.
You know what I mean? So he was pretty much groomed to play football.
But Ron, you know he's the Florida. He holds a record in the state of Florida for the high school most points scored.
Yeah,
right?
You can do that when you're the biggest man on the court. When you're bigger than everybody else, you playing against everybody else.
But the previous record holder was a dude named Vince Carter.
Oh right? Yeah, you said that before. I remember that. Yeah.
So he broke Vince. He obliterated Vince Carter's scoring record. Right?
But you know what Vince had that he don't have? That point you just talked about, that mentality.
Yeah.
Vince always had that dog in him. You didn't have to question and wonder if Vince was a pit bull or a poodle. You knew.
So this goes to the question now when they were looking at the draft and everybody said that he didn't have that motor. Maybe it's probably not his first passion to play basketball.
I think that might be what some people say. I'm not. I don't know where I am on that.
Me, like he don't even really kind of like. Knox to me comes off to me like he's living his father's life. Like he looks like one of those kids. He's just doing what his father told him that he should be.
Right, because it's pop
from day one. That's the vibe I got from him.
Right, right.
And it seemed like I'm hoping that like I'm right. Like it's kind of wearing off now, and like he kind of might want to be there himself, but he looked like one of them. Oh, what's going on?
Hey, mommy.
She like, who's these guys? We next man, little one.
Random Negroes.
My damn nose, all these guys.
But Knox really hasn't.
Go ahead, Joe.
No, I was just gonna say don't mention Rondo because
I feel like that's the whole issue. Like his mind not meeting physical attributes that we see. Like he doesn't really. I don't think he wanted to really do this. Like it wasn't like it was more his pop's energy.
Right, because his pops wasn't like an athletic freak or crazy size. You know what I'm saying? Knox is like 6'8", 6'9", 6'10", whatever he is, and his pops and his pops like 6'2". His pops was like 6'2", a random dude. He wasn't the fastest. He just had a lot of heart. That's the reason why Florida State could run that offense, because at the end of on third and long, you had two dudes with the most heart in college football, Warwick Dunn and Kevin Knox, right? But now the son shows up, and he's like,
and that's why I'm surprised, because with him playing quarterback, what's the one thing that a quarterback has to be able to do? when things going bad, they can't let it show outward.
Right.
You know what I mean? They can't let it show outward. With Knox, when he's going bad, that body language, that head drop, he's shaking his head.
Yeah, that
oh shucks. Oh man. You know, boy is me type attitude. That's what he has when he's on the court, man, and is sickening to see. But my thing is, I'm still waiting. I'm a whole about for him as long as he got on that Knicks jersey, man. But right now, I'm ready to see him because he hadn't had a good shooting game since he got that extension in preseason. Let that sink in, man.
Right.
The money got to his head.
We done played 10 games, and Knox have yet to average anything double wise. The guy's averaging 6 points a game, and that was at the end of the last game.
But his shot looks pretty.
Man, bump all that pretty stuff.
But Ron,
the form look good, but that shot's not ready. I don't know.
Ron, you look at the thing about his shot though. He's hitting consistently. The thing is, he's averaging 6 and 7 points a game because he ain't getting the goddamn ball. You look at Elfrid Payton. Yeah. The problem with Elfrid Payton is give the ball to Randall or go to the cup. That's all Payton does. At least when Quickly hasn't been playing good. But when he's passing the ball at him and Rivers get the ball to Knox, and that's what Knox does.
You know my problem with Quickly right now. What Quickly is doing, other than the obvious of him trying to draw them fouls,
floater.
When he's playing defense, he's reaching too much. He picking up silly fouls. You can't do that on this level, man.
Yeah,
them refs are waiting the minute.
Quickly do got long arms like Frank, though, right? He does got long arms.
He does have long arms, but he goes for the steals too much, like trying to rip guys after they done beat him. He'll try to rip behind him and stuff. You're gonna get a foul on those. You gotta know you can't do that.
Yeah, you're right.
Right. Well. So the question remains, man, because I asked about the 5 and 5, about the 5 bigs and the 5 guards. Mm-hmm. So I left Knox out of that just to ask the question, like, you know, who's gonna be the person that's outside of the rotation? Is it Nerlens Noel? Do you take Noel's minutes and give them to Ty?
Yeah, that's happening. Yes. That's gonna happen. Noel gonna be. Well, I tell you this, you're not gonna do that because really, I think they brought Taj in to spell Julius, to help Julius really.
Yeah, but Taj is not
but you can split him. But you can split him. You can
really a 4 though. They could have gotten a better 4. Like Taj is not a 4. Like he's a 5, bro. Like I would.
He's an undersized 5.
But he's interchangeable.
He's interchangeable.
I would put Noel at the backup 4 than Taj.
I would do that too because when I look at Noel really looked like a small forward. He don't even look like a power forward to me.
Backup 4? What are y'all talking about?
Noel, look how they abusing Noel.
You said what?
Noel is small, man.
A 5.
I would like to really see somebody get a real
measure. Remember, Tim Duncan was playing the 4, and Davis was playing the 5 too.
Yeah, but like Tim Duncan was mobile, like agile. Noel is nothing close to that.
He's more agile. He's more agile than Taj.
Yeah, he is, and he can run the floor too. He's a rim runner.
He can't even do what he's supposed to do.
Like Taj can't really like move like he used to be able to move, bro. Like
but he can't do anything. What is he doing? Like
Noel's too small. Look at Kevin Knox is bigger than Noel.
Exactly, he is. Otherwise, he is bigger.
He's a liability on offense. He's a liability on offense, and he's becoming a liability on defense now. Like I ain't see him like protect the rim the right way yesterday at all. Like guys were getting in there when he was there. I think we was down 5 in the first quarter, and then Mitch got subbed out. Then we went down 22 when
newsflash
came in.
Newsflash, that's exactly why we need a big body center. Because Jokic, we know what the Joker. They don't call him the Joker for no reason.
Right.
That guy is gonna abuse you down low. And if you don't carry enough weight, you need to put some sandbags in your pocket.
Did you see the?
I don't hear nobody talking about Mitch, but like I hope y'all respecting what Mitch is like. What?
Oh yeah.
No, he did. He was doing
He's literally Mitch all the way. That guy ain't even fouled out yet.
Hey, did y'all see the play with Jokic had
recognizing what Mitch is turning into?
So
he's arriving.
So Jokic had Nerlens Noel pinned in a restricted area, right? And so he catches the entry pass, and he stays there, right? Nerlens Noel falls to the pump fake, jumps on top of Jokic, right?
That's exactly
and bounces back like 6 feet, and Nurkic takes the bunny and the foul. So I'm like, yo, it legit looked like kindergarten putting on a book bag. That's what it looked like. You know, that dude is that light down there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, he don't wear.
I was on Ron's show, like talking about Nerlens, and I was trying to, defend him, like talking about how he's a good like.
No, those got Butterfinger. Who said that? Sorry,
he's a good rim protector off the bench. That guy is not even a rim protector. The way Jokic made him look, like, you made him look like a kid. You made him look like a kid. We got it.
Ron, you
were right. Like we gotta get Nerlens out of here. You can't play.
We need weight. And I'm gonna tell you, initially I loved the signing because I was like, okay, he's gonna be somebody similar to Mitch, so we're not gonna lose. But with these big body centers we got to deal with, man, you need to go get a big body Benz, man.
We forgot about his body type.
We can't put no Corolla out there and trying to stop a big body, SUV. You know what I mean? SUV. You can't do that, man. And that's what's happening. And size matters and weight matters, man. And if you don't got size, you better have weight trying to play that center position, or you gonna get.
All right, so
all good footwork.
Yeah, it was one play, Freezer, to what you was talking about. I thought you was gonna talk about this one play where Jokic was down in the post and he had Nerlens sealed underneath the basket.
Yeah,
he had him underneath the basket. He was under the backboard. Right, couldn't move. He had him pinned there.
Right.
If that was a big body guy, he wasn't gonna be able to do that.
Right.
But shout out to Mitch too, because Keith, you on to that, man. You on to something with that boy. Hey, the boy ain't fouled out yet. Let's talk about Mitch, man. Let's talk about money making.
Money making Mitch. There's two sides to that coin because he should be fouling some. Like a game where your big doesn't use any fouls at all. That means that he didn't like. You know what I'm saying? Like there's situationally, like he obviously didn't impose himself. Like there's times when you're supposed to foul. Like you know what I'm saying? Like to come out of the game clean, be the big, and come out of a game clean with no fouls. Like.
It could be little get a reputation for the refs now too.
But your man, like, look at your man, how he holds the paint down. Like, we just need some perimeter defense. We need some perimeter defense.
And that's the Frank equation.
I'm gonna step off the camera to let y'all eat. Okay.
Wait, before you leave,
No, I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna be right here.
Stephen Fox said something last night to what Keith said. Sometimes you gotta roll that hard six. You gotta body somebody, foul them hard.
Yeah,
I know Mitch had no fouls. I guess one of his fouls, he could have just bodied Jokic. Let him know we ain't playing down here.
Like drop that like elbow. Let cats know like you here. Like it hurt, right?
Y'all see DeMarcus Cousins and Markieff Morris last night. Yeah. One of them kind of.
Yeah.
So brothers are dirty, yo. Like them people are good.
Some dirty
real. And so I'll tell y'all this, man. Just something funny, real quick about the fouls. Like, so I used to play in this industrial league. They used to be like, "Yo, we playing against." I ain't gonna say the company name, but they be like, "Yo, we playing against them dudes, man. If Uncle Freezy fouled me tonight, I swear we're gonna burn this gym down." So I was playing against dudes that's like 23, 24, and I was 40.
Oh,
how long ago this was? So this was so I was about 39, 40, right? So I could shoot and rebound and all that stuff. They like, yo, we just need somebody that's gonna play defense and rebound. I'm like, I got you, but look, just give me a look every now and then. I'm getting all the boards, right? Yeah. I'm getting all the screens, but if we on a break or something, give me a look. Mm-hmm. Right. So man, I'm fine, man. I'm getting scratched up. These dudes coming out there with the fresh J's, the unis is super clean. These dudes, them dudes is fresh out of high school. They dunking every chance they get, right? So I'm like, yo, if y'all don't give me something on the break, I'm fouling every dude on their roster from going forward. So they like, they like, hey, Uncle Freezy, you know, and the industrial league, you know, you get 7 fouls and you out of here. I don't care about no 7 fouls. And, and so I know that, and, you know, 6 fouls for them. And our league is 7 fouls, right? So that's what it was. So I block a dude's shot, and mind you, I can't jump, man. I'm like 30. I was like 40 years old, so I can't jump. I couldn't jump over a pack of Newports, right? So I jump and block a dude's shot. And fortunately, I'm out in front of everybody else, right? And I'm sprinting on the wing as hard as I can because I think dude's gonna throw me the lob. I'm like, yo, I got to run and start. If he throw this thing up here, I'm gonna try to go get it. I know I ain't gonna make it, but I'm gonna try. At least I get to go back and tell my son, yeah, I tried to throw down the lob, but the pass was whack. You know what I'm saying? And even though I know I probably couldn't have got it anyway. So we coming down on the break, and I go to throw my hand up, and this young fellow fresh out of high school, he might have been like 18 or 19. He was like one of the runners. He used to bring the mail to my desk or whatever, right? He take off from like the free throw line and throw it down. Wham! Right? And I'm like, dog, didn't you see me down here? But he was like, yo, but I was wide open. And so I'm like, yo, not only am I gonna fire you tomorrow, I'm getting ready to foul everybody on their roster. The dude was like, you can't fire me, man. I'm a temp. I just got you know what temp mean, right? Temporary. So I go down.
That's a mellow joint.
Yeah, and so the thing is, like they big was trying to cook. So every time he catch the ball, it's this trick Shane Battier used to do. Like when they catch it, all you do is you just catch their wrist, and they can't spin away from you, and they can't flail their arms either, so they can't sell the foul. So I'm just grabbing dudes on the wrist. You know what I'm saying? Just hacking it with it. But anyway, I threw that out there to say this: you got to make people feel you if you play in center. Blocking shots and rebounding ain't enough. With Jokic, we had to make him feel the physicality.
Yeah, you got to body him up.
Yeah, you got to make him work for his position. Because at 270, him just walking down in the paint and just posting against a dude 195.
You know what else you got to do too? You got to take away the one thing that he wants to do most. He wants to pass the ball.
Yeah,
you got to take away. Don't
run the offense through him. Yeah.
Let him play whoever he's gonna play. Let him eat one-on-one all he wants. But you stick to everybody else, and that's what killed us last night. They were collapsing on him. I'm like, why are you collapsing on him when you know this guy is leading basically the league with assists? Well, on that team, he's averaging 11 assists a game coming into the game last night. Right. You know he wants to pass the ball. So,
and how tall is he? 7 foot.
7 foot, legit.
Yeah. Hey, but you know what though, and Ron, to your point, just real quick, I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna get out of the way. But you know, he wanted to get in his bag, seeing that Julius Randle was putting up the same numbers that he was putting up. It was showcase. It was showtime for both of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get out y'all way, man.
But you're right, Freezy, and that's the thing when it's called basketball awareness and having IQ to know your opponent. You know that's his main strength. The guy can score, it's true, but he loves passing the ball. That's his thing. So
and the coach sets it up for him like that. You're right.
Because their point guard really don't assist. Their point guard is a scorer.
Mm-hmm.
He's really a scorer. I think he averaged 4 assists a game. Murray, how many assists? That guy had 3 assists last night.
And
I'm gonna see what he got for the whole season. What's his average? Because I don't think it's no more than 4.
But this is what Tibbs wanted from Julius Randle, for him to be that point forward.
Matter of fact, Chop, you have to round his to get to 4. The guy is 19.7 points a game, 3.2 rebounds, 3.8 assists. He's 61st in the league when it comes to assists.
Wow.
So let that sink in. Your point guard is really a scorer. So we knew coming in that dude was going to be passing the ball. That's why I didn't understand that last night. We packing the paint. I'm like, for what? Let him do what he want to do. But you stick on them shooters because them boys can shoot. That's what make them such an offensive juggernaut.
And there was a play when they double teamed him, and then he's so big over everybody, he threw it out to, what's that dude, Gary Harris? He shot the 3. Oh.
Gary Harris. What's that other guy? Macau. What's his name? They was killing us, man.
Yeah.
Barton was killing us.
Mm-hmm.
That team was better. That team had more firepower. Their 3-point shooting was amazing. They happened to play a little bit of defense. I mean,
Yep.
we didn't help them. We helped them by not making any shots.
Yep.
Like,
But I get what you're saying, Moto. It's something to game planning too, and our
Yes,
game plan
Mo.
was off. Our game plan was off. If you know a guy gonna pass the ball, why are you up there trying to double and triple team him? That's just dumb basketball.
yeah.
No. But if you don't at least double team him, he's going to get a shot up too.
And I'd rather him do that than to let everybody else do it. It's almost the approach you had to take back in the days with Jordan. Let Jordan score, but do not let everybody else eat. Hey, Keith, you muted, man.
He's like, yeah, Jordan definitely like you had to stifle. You had to let Jordan eat because there was nothing you can do. You needed 5 guys to man Jordan, so you just let him eat and try to stifle everybody else.
Yeah,
and then just imagine they didn't even have Michael Porter Jr. last night, and that's 20 points a game. That was out.
Right.
That COVID protocol stuff.
I hate getting beat
And shout out to Chef New York, man, says.
Yeah, Chef New York got some points.
They're wide open. Anybody could have made those shots, all wide open. And that's to my point. They was worried about Jokic too much, doubling, triple teaming him, and leaving guys wide open.
Exactly.
That's going to kill you.
You know it's bad when you see DSJ.
I'm gonna I didn't know this until I looked up because I was like, he was active for the Utah game too. He was active for the Utah game. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
But to your point, you know it's bad, but he's on the floor. That's a good one. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, with DSJ and Frank, the only time we're going to see them this season is garbage time.
Right.
I don't know. I think Frank got a better chance because at the point of attack, you got to try to stop the point of attack. The point of attack defense and that starting lineup is real weak. Alfred Payton is surprising me because his defense last year was and in years past have been very good, but I'm not seeing that great of a defender. To me, it looked like he regressing on the defensive end because he might be asserting himself more on the offensive end. And let's be real, them kind of players that he's doing going to the basket, he's going to the basket hard. So that's expending a lot of energy. It ain't no weak stuff like Knox be trying to go to the basket. He's going to the basket hard.
Yeah, like the thing about Alfred, like when he's playing defense, like
have a blessed day.
I appreciate some of the little things he does. Like are you heading out?
I think he was talking to somebody.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I appreciate like some of the little things he does. I appreciate like the way he gets like those long rebounds and starts us up on the break a little bit sometimes. And like he's just a guy who knows where to be. Like he's very good at positioning. Like we just need a shooter at that point guard spot. And it's like the things that he does though, like quick might not be as good yet.
Yeah, I agree with you. He's not. He
just PG things better. Like that's. I feel like people actually try to make excuses for why they don't like Elf beyond the fact that he doesn't shoot as well as they'd like. If Elf shot better, he'd be perfect. He'd be fine. Because I mean, when I say that, meaning like as a point guard, he's a premium top. Like his point guard ability is important.
He got a good IQ for the game now. He definitely got a good IQ for the game. If his shot was anything,
no complaints, yo.
If he was a decent shooter, he'll be in the top 15.
And he wouldn't be on our team.
Exactly. You got that right because he would have never left Orlando.
Would have never made the squad.
So yeah, man, it's
the worst, yo. This Knicks fandom, yo, it come with a lot of heartache, yo.
Like Mama Joyce would say, hey, you better have tough skin. You can't have no thin skin being no Knicks fan.
No, man.
You know what I mean? You can't have it. You gotta be built for the pain, blues, and agony. You heard me because they coming.
We better go hard.
Like,
yo, we better go so hard today. We need this.
We need this W. We need this.
You know what I want to see them do? I want to see them dominate them.
Like just for we got to stay 500. We have to
just take out their anger. They need to take out their anger on them boys tonight. That's what really need to happen.
We should not skip under 500.
It's gonna start with the guards. It's gonna start with the guards. If our guards get outplayed today, we in trouble. We in trouble
and I'm gonna
again.
tell you, we need to beat up LaMelo. We need to beat him up. That's what they need to do. They don't need to let him, do all that fancy, all that being pretty stuff trying to come. Somebody needs
all that rookie of the year. IQ gonna be rookie of the year. Like these are those nights that you gotta prove that. Like, okay, you up against another star pickup.
Yeah.
Like, let's see what you got. Like, I really want to see Quick. I need to see Quick eat tonight.
I'm gonna tell you, I think he's up for the challenge.
I mean, I think he's up for the challenge. That's without question. I actually see that from his game. Like, he's got a very mature game, yo. Like, I really see him like commanding guys on the court. Like, he's been there mad long.
Yeah. He don't look like somebody that just stepped in the league.
He's yelling for guys to get in the position. Like, I don't know if people really pick that up, but that's like no rookies come into the league actually acting like that.
The last rookie I saw do that, and they had a problem with him, but then they recognized his greatness. Was Rondo with them Celtics.
Rondo was very cocky.
Rondo came in with that same kind of swag, like, "Hey, I know what I'm gonna do. You guys gonna have to follow." You know what I mean? He felt like it was his team.
Guys off, all kind of stuff.
Yeah. Rondo felt like it was his team from day one when he stepped in there. You playing with future Hall of Famers.
No, he definitely gives me those vibes. IQ definitely just has that confidence about him because he works so hard. Like he has that like you could tell like even if a guy like Tibbs is saying that you have like work ethic, then like he's doing something. So I'm excited. I'm excited to like see him go up against LaMelo. Like it's gonna be important for him to just like put up some points. Just put some points up.
Just tonight you playing basketball. Like you better outplay that dude like tonight. That's like I just need you to play better basketball.
And I'm gonna tell you, how IQ is playing at a higher level than expected for a rookie? Because it's actually elevated Alfred Payton's game. Alfred Payton would not have been trying to score the way he's scoring if we didn't have Quickly on this team.
I think that's more Tibbs though. I think Tibbs is telling him he got to score.
To shoot more? Yeah, I can take that too.
To be more aggressive, maybe, yeah.
Competition when you know you hear the city, you hearing the buzz, but this kid that's behind you, you hear them footsteps.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I say the same thing. Like Randall was like, oh, word, all the fans already kicking me off the team because we got OB. All right, I'm gonna show y'all.
I'm gonna step it up.
Yeah, I think so too.
Word, I'm getting traded. All right.
So what about Mitch? Yo, Unks. What about Mitch? Nerlens Noel is here now. And what the tip say? You gotta.
Nothing in the way of competition for Mitch.
Why we can't see those practices on MSG? They used to do that before.
Hey, but you know what, Keith? Remember what happened that first game that Nerlens had that 10-point? I think it was a double-double.
Yeah.
And I think that lit something under Mitch, man, because the whole talk was about professionalism, and even Tibbs didn't even. He said the lineup wasn't even set. So I think he was trying to put some fire under Mitch in the indirect.
And then when asked about Mitch, he said a professionalism, like you said, yeah.
When they asked about Mitch, he started saying, "Well, no, Nerlens Noel." He talked about Nerlens unsolicited.
Mitch was tight. Mitch was tight when
Mitch
he posted something on Instagram when Nerlens started.
Oh yeah, remember
when that pregame he was like, and there ain't no loyalty out here.
No loyalty. He was like, what?
Enough is enough.
Yeah, man. That was. That was mad funny. So
Robinson, man. Keep working, kid.
So what's your prediction, Mo? What's your prediction for tonight? What do you see the Knicks doing tonight? Like, I mean, in the real world too. Now, I'm not talking about in Knicks world.
In our real life.
Nah, this is gonna be a grit and grind game, man. So I feel like it's gonna be a low score. It's gonna be like 95-90 Knicks.
And who we play again?
Charlotte.
At 7
Oh.
Yeah, so it's
Hey guys, we got the other ball. He looking real good. I don't know, guys.
We knocking him on his butt today, man.
Yeah. He's gonna get beat up. We gonna bring Dennis Smith Jr. in with his fouls, and we gonna let him.
Charlotte cannot win tonight. They cannot win tonight. Period.
Better not.
We need this win morally. We need this win it's not even like we physically need it for the numbers, but we need this win.
I want this win before we go into Brooklyn. Go to Brooklyn.
Do we
know the starting lineups?
I wish Obi was healthy too, because Obi would have this win too.
I tell you what, I'm looking at ESPN, the injury report, and they only got 3 things on there.
Okay.
They got Obi, they got Frank, and then they got, of course, Taj, because he's going through that COVID protocol.
Yeah.
So Burks is a go.
I don't see him on there. I don't see him on there, but it could be one of those cases, when the person been on the injury report for so long, they just even mention you.
Hey, that's me.
But it was an ankle. He had like a little ankle sprain, right? It wasn't
I think it was more. I think it was more than that, man. I think it was worse than what it was a high ankle sprain.
That's me in my life right there. Uncle Freezy is on the injury report. He's a game time decision.
Nah, Burks is still out.
They got him still out.
He's still out.
Like
that has to be a high ankle sprain that he's dealing with, because a typical sprain.
He was still in the walking boot on the 6th, and they said then on the 6th that he was going to get reaevaluated in 7 to 10 days. He's out for
7 to 10 days. Is like
He's out for a while. He's out for a while.
But on the Obi front, you heard what they said about Obi? That he's starting to, progress to one-on-one basketball.
Yeah.
He's running and jumping.
But that's a delicate situation.
I don't look at Obi coming back and being able to perform while crazy. I just really need Obi to come back to give Randall some relief, yo.
Yeah.
Wow,
Randall need a break.
You took the ball off the rack and put it off the dirt. You didn't even lower the ball. You took it off the rack and just put it on the ground.
I'm gonna tell you with Obi, I think with Obi, it's gonna take some time. But when it happens, it ain't gonna be. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen with him. When it clicks, it's gonna click. It ain't gonna be, he gonna flash, and then he gonna revert back. He ain't gonna be doing what Kevin Knox and Frank do. It's not gonna be that. And for one reason and one reason only. The guy's from the city. Right. The guy is from the city, so he knows the suffering. He's suffered because before he became a player for the team, he was a fan first. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna be willing to run through a wall.
So Chop. I'm gonna say this.
Yeah. That's what I say. I think when it clicks for him on that end, when working with Julius, he's gonna take off. He's gonna take off.
So Chop, I'm gonna say this real quick. So
totally wrong on Randall from the beginning, yo. Like that's just like that's
say it again, Keith.
Yeah, say that again.
It amazes me how fans really got to read wrong on Randall from the beginning. Like,
I'll be the first one to admit I can't believe I missed on that one.
That they knew everything. Like they knew. Look how
we wanted to get rid of him. You're right. Yeah.
No, man, but Keith, I was saying 20 and 10. I've been saying 20 and 10 the whole time.
But it wasn't about
like 20 and 10. No. I'm talking about me. I'm just talking about my perspective. Like I was saying 20 and 10 the whole time. I was like, the reason why he didn't pass out to RJ Barrett in the corner for 3 is guess why? RJ Barrett can't shoot.
Right, he don't trust him.
You know what I'm saying? And he being that he see the double team coming, and his outlet is Alfred Payton for 3.
Boy,
And
that's
so
bad.
you like,
That's bad when you bypass the shooting guard who's supposed to be able to shoot.
right,
For your point guard that you've been around that you know can't shoot.
right,
That's,
right.
that's an indictment.
Right, and some of that stuff, is a skewed view of how basketball is played. Like in a vacuum, we say pass the ball to the open man,
Right.
right? But in real life basketball, we like, yo, if the double team is coming for Randall, why am I kicking it out to Mo Harkless for three? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm with you, man, because we all played ball, man, and you know when you got somebody on your team that can't shoot,
Right.
even if the play is drawn up to
You're
go a
not
certain
giving-
way,
You
you're
ain't
gonna
giving
break
him
it
ball.
and you're gonna throw it to the person who you know can shoot it. You're not gonna
Right.
throw it to that person that you got any doubt because it's still a human factor that comes in there. You know, you
Right.
can look at stuff all day on paper, but the eye test and the stats, you know what I mean? They play out, man, and you're gonna throw it to the one that you feel comfortable taking a shot.
And think about some of the lineups that were on the floor with Julius Randle before we criticize what his non-passing last year. There were lineups where there was legit Dennis Smith Jr., Frank Ntilikina, Alfred Payton, Mo Harkless,
My
R.J.
goodness.
Barrett. Who are you? Mitchell Robinson. Who are you passing the ball to?
Man, you made me think of Demolition Man with that lineup. Murder, death, kill.
Yeah. Who are you gonna kick? And then when him and Wayne Ellington and Reggie Bullock played hot potato, people would be mad. Like, why are you mad at Julius Randle for playing hot potato with Wayne Ellington and Reggie Bullock? Well,
He trusted the vets more.
right. They were veterans known for knocking down shots. I mean, the Legion of the Knicks podcast, that's my man. He said, yo, this clip right here, R.J. Barrett is in the corner clapping for the ball. And I was like, and I'm in the mindset, like, let him clap.
I always say the same thing. Like Shaq is getting big man. Oh, he ain't see his man in the corner clapping for the ball. Yeah, he ain't get the ball for the same reason that dudes on the court right now in the park ain't getting the ball because they clapping because they can't.
Exactly. You
And
know
I
it.
need to get
You know it. And you're not gonna throw it to him.
And
You're
you know,
not gonna throw it to him.
and you know what? And so Legion of the Knicks, and I'm not throwing shade at Legion of the Knicks, but Legion of the Knicks, don't be calling me out in these debate battles because you don't want it. I'm just throwing it out there in these debate battles. You don't want to see Uncle Freezy. But anyway, he was like, yo, RJ Barrett is wide open right here. And Alfred Payton is wide open right here. And I'm like, dog, guess what? They open for a reason.
I'm gonna tell
They
you.
open for a reason. They would rather they double teaming Julius because they don't want him to shoot. And they doubling with Alfred Payton's man because Elf can't shoot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? No shade on Elf because I heard Free Keith in there. I was, you know what I'm saying? I was in there throwing the.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm cool on Alfred Payton this year, man. Last year, and even when we brought him back, I was not feeling us bringing him back. I was mad about it. You know what I mean? But the guy is playing, and I got to give him his credit, man. I wish he had a reliable 3-point shot. It would be game time. You know what I mean?
If he could just shoot league average at everything. If he could shoot league average at everything, he'd be an all-star.
I tell you what, I think he above average going to that basket though.
Yeah. Oh, he good.
He does RJ's main thing better than RJ.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What's RJ's point? Why is RJ here if he can't shoot? Like both him and Randall do RJ better than RJ. So if RJ can't shoot dependably from range, it's just a third RJ on the like what are we doing?
And that's the thing. If you're a shooting guard, that's your main job is to shoot the basketball. All that other extra stuff, that's great. But you're supposed to be able to shoot because you're relied upon to stretch the defense. And if you can't shoot, guess what's going to happen? The man down in the post, being Julius Randle, he gonna see double teams all night long.
Thank you. All last season and into this season, like I'm defending it. I'm like cats, like RJ needs shooters around him to stretch the floor so he could get busy. RJ, the shooting guard, need shooters around him.
Come on.
He's supposed to be doing that.
Come on.
That's whoever said that don't know basketball. Whoever said that don't know basketball.
Like, come on, man.
Keith, you don't even them kind of statements like that. You don't even argue with, man.
You're right.
That's like somebody saying Tibbs ain't a good coach. I'm not going to even entertain that. I'm not going to even entertain that.
RJ needs floor stretchers around him who can shoot. He needs more shooters around him. Like RJ needs to be a shooter.
He is the shooter.
He's a shooter. He's a shooter.
Yeah, RJ Barrett is very disappointing. And so Kevin Middleton said, damn, RJ's shooting percentage is bad. We might have a bust on our hands.
Nah, I'm not going that far.
Not yet. We can't go there yet.
Yeah,
he got to finish out the contract.
Hey,
let's not get it twisted. This is still only his second year.
Duke, he was more facilitator in his time in Duke. I think Cam Reddish was more of the shooter.
Yeah, Cam was the shooter. Cam was the shooter at Duke, and they used him more in the point guard role.
And you had Zion as that bully.
RJ will fall to the position that he's supposed to be in, which is probably the 3. Like
that's what he is. That's what he is.
I'm definitely not calling him a bust. Like he definitely has he outside of the shooting, like he is a very capable basketball player. Like I'm not mad at him at all. This is just like what the extras that he need to be doing But like I'm not at the point of calling him no bust. He
ain't no bust, and he ain't even played a full season yet. Take that into consideration.
Yeah, this is second.
I mean, he ain't even hit 82 games yet, which is a full season. He hadn't had that yet, so I'm not ready to put that on him. But it's obvious what he needs to work on is shooting. I mean, that's all he needs to do is just go buy you a shooting coach in your off time and have him sleep in your house with you if you have to. You know what I mean? Go to Melo Gym.
Hey, I think the thing that will improve his minutes. I think the thing that will improve RJ Barrett's shooting is this. And I know this is going to sound very petty, but I'm a Barrettier. I'm not a Franker. I'm not a Noxa. I'm not an Obi-Wan. I'm not a Juliet. And I'm not a Miach, right? I'm a Barrettier. I follow RJ Barrett, right? RJ Barrett is my guy.
You one of the baritones.
Yeah. So my deal is in order to motivate this cat to start making those shots, is to cut those minutes. I think if you cut those minutes and let him value those shots,
I could agree with that.
I think you'll see a different player.
You know why? Because he's very prideful. He's very prideful.
Right. Sit him down. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta sit him down. Hey, listen, my wife do it to me all the time. Like sometimes we get dressed up and go somewhere, and it be like all the ladies and stuff out or whatever. I be in my, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, yeah, it's Uncle Freezy. My wife would pull me to the side like, sit your rump down. You know what I'm saying?
I love those old timers. Slow down, low down.
Yeah. Say, you said you still an eye fella. You know what I'm saying? But know your role. Hey, my role is to be Mr. Mocha. That's Mocha is the missus. And so I'm like, I got outside of myself. I'm sorry. I got caught up in the moment.
I feel you, Free.
That's what I think. That's what RJ, man. Yeah, and so that's what RJ's doing right now. RJ getting caught up in the moment of being the number 2 guy. You know what I'm saying? He want to be the number 1 guy so bad that he's trying to skip steps. You know what I'm saying? Right. In my opinion, he's trying to skip steps. I think
he pressed a lot. He tries too hard. That's
he's
playing the only game where he didn't try hard and it looked like the game was slow for him.
Right.
Remember the game where the first game, how he looked?
Right.
He looked, because I commented on it. I said the guy looked like the game done slowed down for him. He's not in a hurry. He's just taking what the defense give him. You know what I mean? Right. But after that first game, it's just like he's at a different speed. Like he's playing too fast. He just slow down. Same thing with Quickly. We quickly slow down, he'll be a better player.
I think that's hard. He's trying too hard to impress.
Yeah.
And I think like he needs to just like fall into his game and.
But he's trying to. But look who he's trying to impress though. He's trying to impress the hardest franchise ever to impress.
Oh, the Knicks.
You know what I'm saying?
So he's not just the franchise though. Like I feel like I feel like he's really trying to impress the league. Like I feel like
the league will notice.
Like or whatever, because like that snub, that snub, the all rookie team, the what you call it, like I do think he feels some type of way about it, but not in a way like he wanted it so bad. I think like he don't want people to see him to. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't want people to perceive him as being less than a third pick, a third all round pick. Like I feel like he has too much that he's feeling like he needs to prove when he really does.
Especially when you see how Job, who was selected right before him, is playing, and Zion. You know what I mean? It's and even Cam Reddish to a lesser degree. You know what I mean? All them guys are forever linked. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
the thing about RJ is that like he came in like when he was like a junior, senior, he was the number one player in the country. So like when you have that pedigree, you have those expectations. Your father is like the president of Canada basketball. Like your father played at St. John's. Like it's a lot of pressure, man. It's just a lot of pressure. And I think it's very dangerous. Like I think this is like a dangerous year where like Knicks fans, we can fall into this like place where we're gonna say RJ needs to get traded, because like I don't see these 3-point these percentages are not gonna be going up anytime soon. I don't.
Oh Lord, take me now.
He's gonna need reps, Mo. To your point, he's gonna need reps, and normally reps come in the off season. You know the reps he's gonna need to become a better shooter, because you don't become a better shooter during the season. That don't happen. You may have a game where you throw up. You go 3 for 4 from the 3-point line, or you may even have one of them games like he had the first game. But to be consistent at something, consistency only comes from practice and experience.
No, that's right, man. Yeah. That's right. RJ's gonna be all right. Like he's gonna be all right. He's 20. So like
I don't have any problem with RJ.
We keep forgetting that he's 20. That's the thing. And like I hope the front office doesn't forget that he's 20.
Look at little bitty bitch. They're not making no moves on RJ.
Yeah.
The people I would be worried about if I were them, Kevin Knox, Ntilikina, DSJ, Reggie Bullock. Those 4 guys need to be very concerned. RJ quickly and Toppin.
When you told me that thing came off the
I think those are the safest guys right now.
I didn't do this one.
Once that 10 games
I'm gonna use my call.
Team, and I'm gonna tell you, I think we're gonna be in for a very good surprise. This is gonna be a surprise for us, because they ain't saying nothing other than they're looking at this thing in 10 games, in 20 games. And they're gonna make a decision on who stays and who goes.
I would love to see some moves. Like the thing is, my problem is when we was talking about RJ. I mean, when we was talking about Zach LaVine, and then somebody said something about how I was talking about Knox. All right, they're not gonna accept the trade for Knox, but they will accept the trade for RJ. Now Zach is averaging 27 points a game this year. Would y'all do that? Would y'all pull that?
Wow.
And I didn't told y'all sign me up. Exactly. For the right price, everybody can go.
No, for real. Like that's
business. That's what you do in business. If you can't refuse, people's gonna go.
I like my team.
Fall in love with any one player, man. We gotta still remember it's about that shield.
It has to be a player that's gonna produce. If you're
I'm
gonna
not
do
falling in love with nobody on a losing team. Like that's my thing. That's been my thing. Like I love my team. I love certain guys. Like I see a lot of potential. I love Randall. Yeah, I've been promoting Randall. Like you know what I'm saying, I even like Elf. Like, but it's nothing more than extreme light. Like until the team is winning, when the team is squarely in a like this is a winning team, then I will afford myself the ability to like, okay, this guy, I love this guy. Like this guy, like this is my. But until then, anybody could go.
Hey,
anybody can go.
Listen to this about LaVine, because I just pulled up his stuff. Age wise, the guy's 25, 27.7 points a game, 5.1 rebounds a game, 4.6 assists. 49% shooting from the field, 37% from the 3-point line.
You don't gotta convince me about
89% from the free throw line.
I'll take LaVine all day. Like you don't even.
Please. Hey, problem solved. I'm telling you right now.
Who are we giving up for LaVine?
Who you want?
RJ Barrett.
Well,
Because I tell you this, if it came down to that, like I wouldn't be mad at that trade as a man-to-man trade, and that's with me feeling like RJ is gonna get better. But my thing is like, will RJ ever be Levine? Like, will RJ ever be that good? And is their age difference such a big deal? Is it such a large age difference that like we'd be so upset if the slight chance that RJ did become better?
I'm upset already for the thought of it.
Hey, what about DSJ? Are we all upset that DSJ is not better than what we thought he would have been?
I didn't like DSJ from the first place. So like
what we talked about earlier when you made the comment about RJ being a small forward, right?
Right.
Yes.
So what I'm doing, I'm not trading RJ. I'm going to move him to the small forward, and you know who that means going to be gone? Who I would package to get him?
I would
DSJ.
trade Knox to Levine in a heartbeat.
DSJ.
Oh, Knox.
And
Nobody wants them. Nobody wants them guys.
Oh, somebody want Frank.
Okay, Frank. But like
right now, want Frank.
No, but remember when LeBron said the Knicks should have drafted DSJ instead of Frank.
Yeah, he definitely said that.
Remember? They should have got DSJ.
Yeah, he lost me with that one.
Yeah. Hey, so I just want to address a couple people in the chat.
Salute the chat.
I wonder what. Yeah. So, hey, Chop. Did you do the subscribe to the channel thing yet?
Everybody subscribe, hit them likes, and hit that bell so when Uncle Freezy go live, you get that notification.
Let's go.
Bam.
Come on, man. Come on, this is a big show. So just like the big show, this the big bumbleclot show.
Who want romp with bumbleclot? Who want romp with bumbleclot?
Hey, yo, Trinity Kid, tell him, Trinity Kid.
Who want romp with bumbleclot?
You want to romp with Big Freezy? Who want bumbleclot romp with Test Smith? Rest in peace to Louis Rankin, right?
Yeah. Who are
Yo, Freezy, before you do that, give them numbers. You've been giving us those numbers of the most people are looking at. You on every night, every morning. Look at those numbers.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yo. So the thing is Lawrence Tears is one of the fastest growing shows on the joint on YouTube. The analytics say that when somebody click on one of the shows, the Knicks at Night podcast or the Knicks Morning Drive, they stay. You know what I'm saying? Like they like I'm like, yo, they want to stay on here for like an hour and a half of this, but they love it. Yeah, for us, I get on here like, Robert Bumacard, and they stay. And they stay on it. They don't just click and go away. They stay on it. So
this is organic because this is organic. This is how the Knicks fans we be in the barbershop, out on the block, on the front stoop, on the corner, wherever you at. You might go to the store and they get like, oh, the Knicks sucked last night, and then y'all start arguing, talking like, oh, this is what this is.
Hey, you know, like I say all the time, man. It reminds me of like me and my cousins and stuff back home because I got a large family back home. Like my grandmother had 14 kids, man, and it's well over. It's well over. When we get together, you think we a gang. You know what I mean? And when we start talking sports, you think somebody about to fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, but it's all love, man. But it's definitely the barbershop vibe, man. Hey, you hit it right on the head, Chop. And I'll say it over and over. You know, this my man. We go way back.
Yeah, man.
If you're looking for Knicks content that ain't watered down in the morning, forget them majors. You need to come check out this channel, man. My man Lawrence Tears. You got to check it out, the Nick at Night morning drive. And then at late night, you heard me? If you one of them night owls, you can't sleep, you still want to talk that Knicks talk after a bad win or a good win, whichever way it goes. Hey, this man on to tell you ready to go to sleep, basically.
We still busting.
You know what I mean? Hey, support.
We still busting.
Support this. And I got to say this because, you know, hey, Freezer, the mothership is back in full effect today. You know what I mean? And I said last night on my show, hey, without Uncle Smith,
I'm coming on. I'm coming on.
I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there, Freezy.
Yeah.
And like I said, I want I want us to bum rush their service so bad that they be like, man, you know what in the world? What happened?
Hey.
Why we need to make sure this man here is straight. We need to make sure MBK stay on. We ain't messing with him.
Right.
You know what I mean? Whoever that troll is, you know what I mean? But man, shout out to you, Freezy, man. I love what you do, man. Hey, this thing go back to them rotary phone lines, man. You know what I mean?
Back.
MBK comes on tonight. I swear to God, I think Orange Tears. I think Worldwide Ron Mo. You need to pull up. I don't know if Keith, Legion. Everybody need to pull up. This is the comeback of Sim.
Yeah. We got to support him. We got to be there. What time he coming on? Free?
I'm not sure. I'm not
Hit
sure
him
what
up.
time
Hit him up,
that'll be. But I know he gonna put the blast out there for all the people that subscribe. They'll get that notification. But shout out to my man. I wanted to shout out a couple of people. So shout out to CK2K. His Saints beat my Bears yesterday, and I was talking all kind of ish to him before the game, and then after the game I got quiet. So I'm sure CK2K blowing me up right now on Twitter.
You remember
that? Yeah. Like he roll up on me. He puts up. But yeah. So also Jonathan Macri from Knicks Film School did an article last week, and the name of the article escaped me, and I hate to do that because it seems to be random. But he did a joint last week, and tomorrow when I come back on, I'll give y'all the name of the article and stuff.
Okay.
My man did some stuff, and so shout out to Jonathan Macri, and Ron. But I'm not gonna shout out. Who I'm gonna do the opposite of shout out right now is Lead to the Knicks podcast.
Hey, no.
I think there's some beef. There's some debate beef in the air.
This is all you gotta tell him. Hey, Deshaun Watson coming to my Miami Dolphins. hey, them Dolphins gonna get the Hey, you get ready. The Buffalo
get
ready. Because Deshaun coming. Deshaun
ready.
Get ready.
We ready. Uh-oh. If the Dolphins get them a quarterback,
it's
somebody
over.
In trouble.
It's over. It's over.
So I'm doing the unshout out to Legion of Knicks podcast the way he tried to do me with Kev W. Tried to push me and Kev W into a debate. Knowing Kev W is a novice, Kev W ain't never won no debate. How he gonna get on the debate? How you gonna get in the championship ring if you ain't never won a regular fight? You know what I'm saying? You ain't never won a regular fight. You ain't never won a regular bout, and then you think you gonna fight for the belt? Come on. So I'm gonna do a unshout out or opposite of a shout out to Legion of the Knicks podcast, and of course y'all know what I'm saying is tongue in cheek. Ain't no real thing or whatever. But so Legion of the Knicks podcast came on a joint and ripped Uncle Fulio, right? The crowd was behind him, right? And every time the Legion of the Knicks podcast get in that debate thing, the crowd gets behind him, no lie. Like cause he's legit the ghost face killer of the debate stage, right? And it's because he's used to that arena. But he tried to push Uncle Freezy up against a dude. He tried to push Uncle Freezy up against Glass Joe. Y'all remember that game, Mike Tyson Punch Out?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, you remember that first fighter where all you ain't had to do nothing but hit him one time and he went down.
Uncle Freezy, you was dunking. You were ducking, like for sure. Like he was giving you good points. He was giving you really good points, and you were ducking.
Hey man. So check this out. So a dude, I was in the gym, right? I was in the gym and I had some weights on the bench. I don't know what it was. Maybe like 225. I was gonna try to do some reps with 225. Maybe 3 sets of 12 or something to get warm to go do some other stuff. Right. So this dude was like, "You need a spot?" And I looked at him and I could see his ribs through his workout shirt. Right. So I'm like, "Who you gonna be spotting?" And so he was like, "Yeah, nah, man, be safe. The gym rules are such and such." Hey, dog, look, I understand where you're coming from, right? But you need to get your weight up. Like you legit look like you about 5'11", about 125, with your water bottle in your hand. You 5'11", 125. Now I'm going to do 225. I'm just gonna. Hey, look. I ain't bragging or nothing. The gym is hard work. It's for people that want to work hard. Go to work hard, right? And to challenge themselves. Mm-hmm. Dog. If my life is on the line, I don't want a dude 5'11", 125 trying to get weights off me, right? So that's Kev W. Kev W is 5'11", 125 with no wins on his record to speak of, and like 7 debates. And I told him to his face, I was like, Kev,
Legion at work. He can't come in. He at work. Right.
I told Kev, I was like, yo, Kev, you eat wheat checks and you still light in the ass and can't flex. That's a lyric from Q-Tip on a joint, right? I called a Q-Tip on him, right? Oh. And so he came at me for like an hour, and I'm like, Kev, you don't have a win on your record, like legit. What's his name? The tall boxer, the white guy, the champ. Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury don't just go around and fight randoms. He fight dudes that built up their record. You know what I'm saying? Now listen. I'm not trying to get Ron in that debate stage. That ain't what I want to do.
No, we're not doing that.
I don't want Free Keith in that debate stage because Free Keith on the low looks like a ghost face killer.
Yo, Free Keith is the great guard. That's the great guard right there. Right. Chill.
So it falls down to Freezy. Everybody got to know their lane, man.
Everybody got to know their lane.
Everybody, leave it for Guillermo and them. Yeah.
And I enjoy it. I'm gonna tell you no lie. I enjoy sitting back and watching Chuck, sitting back and watching Guillermo, sit back and watching Julio. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? All that debating. I ain't like to debate.
No.
I just like to just state my claim. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And just fall back.
Because with you with Ron Cleveland, we know what it is. Ron can eloquently express his point. That's the reason why he has a show that's successful. Because he can eloquently express his point. He don't have to go on for like an hour and a half. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Right? That's why Ron got something that's successful, because he can do that, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't ask Ron to do none of that stuff, because if I ask Ron a question, he's gonna answer it, that'd be it. My fear is y'all gonna start provoking cats like Free Keith to get into this debate circle, and I
don't want Uncle Keith in that.
Listen, I've seen this dude on Twitter wreck a dude's argument in like 2 sentences. Dudes be on Twitter. Dudes tweet like they fire off these tweets like 60 or 70 in like a 2-hour stretch, and Free Keith come in with 2 sentences.
2 bars. She just gave him 2 bars.
And the next thing you know, we talk about something else. Because dudes get murdered.
Logic, yo, that's only really trying to apply logic to some of the stuff that they say. Like,
right. And that's why you're paying fave.
Yo, you know what? Free Keith like knowledge bomb. What's up, God?
Yo, there it is. Yeah. There it is. You can stand and discuss the math all day.
Right. And so that's why when the Legion of Knicks podcast called me out, I'm like, yo, I don't want to put these paws on Kev W, because that's my man. Him and Stephen Fox, the Knicks at Night podcast, they done took it over. That's their show. They snatched it out of my hands and took it over.
Salute Stephen Fox.
That's their baby. You know what I'm saying? That's their baby. And so I'm like, yo, I would put up some type of fight for it, but this is their thing. So I give them their space. So I don't want to disrupt the synergy by putting these paws on Kev W and then have it be awkward after that.
I tell you what, Kevin Knox need to buy Kevin W a jersey. Matter of fact, he might need to buy him a house, because I don't think I met anybody who go for Kevin Knox the way Kevin Wright do, man. Right. It's like if you talk about Kevin Knox, like you talking about family.
They might be related.
That's how he is about Kevin Knox, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to Kevin W, man.
Right.
No, but I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I was telling my pop, I was like, yo, Dad, this could be the next Kevin Durant. And my pops was laughing at me. I was like,
right. You know what? I'm gonna tell you, when he first came in, I felt that. I ain't gonna even front.
Because of his body type.
what I saw in that summer league and what I saw briefly in the season, when I saw, in that first rookie season, I said, okay, we may got us one.
Right.
And then next year, the regression was real.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But that was on the fizz. It was on the fizz.
Yeah, it was on the fizz. But I say this too, though, as a competitor, man, we all played ball, man.
Right.
If somebody else, I'm telling you right now, I got that point guard position and they bring somebody else in, guess what? You're not going to just come in here and just
take my job.
Mitch. You not. My personality.
We talk about Mook.
Yeah, my personality is such. I'm not going to let you just come in. That's like letting a man come in your house and just do what they want to do in your house, and you just sitting back.
And go in your refrigerator.
Go in your refrigerator, eat up your food, and dare you to say something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nah. They
didn't even ask, can I use the bathroom?
I don't care
just
how
go.
long you've been in the league.
And spoke about your new point.
From me.
Yeah, and they don't even flush the toilet. They don't even flush the toilet either.
Yeah, and then look at you like you crazy. You know what I mean? If you say something to him. That's what Kevin Knox lost me, man. I was like, oh no. Mentality off.
Right.
But listen. That has to go with the franchise. We have not had a developing coaching staff in how many years?
Never.
It has to deal with the franchise.
You're right.
We're on the right path now.
Front office malpractice, man. It was a lot of that going
That's
on.
what you said, that malpractice.
Yo, so let me ask you. So David Parker, does David Parker want smoke with somebody?
Chuck beat up on the amateurs. He said Chuck beat up on the amateurs. That's like a little
Does he want smoke with
He talking about Chuck B? He talking about Chuck B.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So does he want smoke with Chuck?
Yo, get Dame Dash. Get the Dame Dash in here.
Hold on. Let me hold on. Wait a minute. Y'all stay backstage. Hold on. David Parker, do you know who Chuck B is? David Parker, I'm just asking a question. Do you know who Chuck B is? You know Chuck B does not have a loss on his record. And he beats people. He embarrasses. He is probably the Mayweather of this debate thing. You know what I'm saying? All I'm gonna say is I ain't trying to throw no shade or nothing, because I believe in people shooting the fair ones. But if it's a situation where you calling out Chuck B, I'm just gonna say just rethink it a little teeny bit, because Chuck B ain't nothing to play with. You know what I'm saying? And Chuck, don't let this go to your head. I'm trying to diffuse the situation, Chuck B. You know what I'm saying? Don't let this commentary go to your head. You know what I'm saying? Because you're a great champ. Maybe not the best champ of all time, but you're a great champ. But David Parker, hey, don't tug on the sleeping lion's tail. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? Because when like they say in these corporate things, when you mess with the bull, you get the horns. That might be what you be getting.
Wait. What's his name? David Parker. You have to start singing that song from back in the days. I gotta take a little time. I gotta think things over. I don't know.
Hey, Chuck.
You better take a little time.
Hey,
so
Chuck.
David Parker said, "Freezy, I don't argue with ducks." Wow.
Wow. Grandma claimed he killed Chuck, so.
Wow. Okay.
Bring him out. Yo.
Hey, I can hear my man Chuck. Hey, I can hear my man Chuck right now, and he get ready to make his points. This is how he set you up. He's like, for one, you were saying this, and for two, you're talking about Knox being a superstar, something to that effect, man. But shout out to Chuck.
Yeah, I'm loud all the time, baby.
Hey, Chuck,
I'm loud.
Hey, and I'm gonna tell you what. I tried to put Chuck in a corner last night. I was laughing, and I had to tell him. I was trying to get you. I said, Chuck. So tell me what you think gonna happen and what you hope gonna happen. And I was trying to get him to say that the Knicks was.
Yo, we love you too, David Parker.
He didn't fall for it. He went a whole other.
That's what Knicks fans do, baby.
Laugh, man. But shout out to Chuck, man.
Hey. So David Parker is establishing himself.
We love you, DP. DP, you better join in, man. That's what Knicks fans is. That's what we do. We outside talking. That's what we do, baby.
This is a Knicks fans channel where we get together.
It's all family, man. You'll hear what Ron say. Sorry, Uncle Freezy.
No.
When he starts his show, that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? So salute. Yeah, salute. I don't think he. I don't think he wants to smoke with Chuck. You right, Freezy.
Yeah. So I'm gonna wrap up here.
Peace, Lord.
We had about 3 hours. I'm gonna wrap up so I can go get me some sleep, man. Yeah, man. Yes. So I'm gonna wrap. But listen.
I'm Supreme System Lord on that chat. My name is Choplo, but I'm Supreme System Lord.
Shout out to Supreme System Lord Choplo. What's good?
Yeah, God body. You already know.
God body.
Yeah.
I'm glad Keith didn't ask me for my 1 to 14. I'm like, I don't know.
No,
I know we passed them ages, yo.
Yeah, man. So, hey,
what's the 1 to 20s, Lord? I don't know.
I need some help, brother. Hey, so, but I'm a rock. I'm gonna get out of here, man. Make sure y'all tune into the Knicks at Night podcast tonight at 11:45.
Peace, Almighty.
Foxy and Kev W is probably gonna have a fire show. I'm gonna be in and out of that mostly because those dudes do a great job. They kind of tugged it away from me. You know what I'm saying? It's like sending the baby off to school. So, but y'all tune into that. I don't know if they'll have some debates on there, but tomorrow, we may be in a situation where we have to get some things off our chest. If we come back tomorrow under 500, I'm telling you, I'm not gonna be in a great mood because I live and die with everything the Knicks do.
You ain't gonna be by yourself. That's for sure. Because that means we
stop that talk right now. Y'all stop that talk right now. I rebuke y'all.
Right, exactly.
Hear that talk right now.
Rebuke you in the name of the Lord.
We win tonight. We're gonna make LaMelo Ball look bad tonight.
Hey, I hope so.
All I want to hear.
They're gonna beat him up tonight.
IQ about to get busy on Melo.
What's the matchups then,
I'm gonna tell you what I think. I don't know about the matchups, but I will tell you this. I think tonight is gonna be the night that Dennis Smith Jr. and RJ Barrett break out the box.
I'm feeling Dennis Smith Jr. back home. I felt that. And that's probably a little reason why they went on and activated him, because he was activated for the Utah game, didn't play. Right. And they gave him a small sample last night to say, okay, let's see what you got.
So you saying for Scary Terry?
That's a good matchup.
I don't see how that's possible.
Only reason why I say that.
Who's their main guy? Who's their main guy for the offense?
I think Terry is the key. He seemed to be that engine for them. As much as LaMelo we know is the stop right now, the point guard. I still Terry, man. Terry is a problem. We gonna have to neutralize him.
I feel like IQ could keep up with him on defense.
I think so.
On Scary or Melo?
Both, really, but like for real, I definitely think I feel like IQ could hold him back.
And I think this is a night. IQ break back out.
What you think, Mo?
Everybody know I'm back.
Nah, he got to yo, I have a lot of anxiety for this game, because it just looks like a trap. It just looks yeah. Deep down, we know we better than them. We know we know we're coached better than them.
Yeah.
So, how are we gonna execute? How is RJ gonna come out? That's just what it is. Is he gonna make the shot? It's a make or miss league. This.
To your point, RJ is that X factor, man. If RJ don't have a good game tonight, we in trouble.
Look, as long as we get back to the defense we was playing and we add in some perimeter defense to the joint, cool. Because we could when your shot ain't falling, and you can still apply some pressure to keep cats from scoring, you in the game.
Yeah, but Uncle Keith, not for nothing. This is probably when we needed Frank to be healthy. Who's gonna hold?
Exactly.
Melo is a 6'7", whatever you call it, point guard, right? He could play small forward.
Right.
So we need Frank.
Honestly, I feel like he's more dynamic than Frank would be able to handle.
Yeah. Hey, yo, I'm a wrap right here, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Ron, you jumping on today, right?
Yeah, 5 o'clock to 5 out. The 5 o'clock rush hour edition. You heard me. You know. Hey, Freezy. You know what we doing, right? We covering our bases with this Knicks fam, MBK fam. You know what I mean? You hit them in the head early in the morning when they wake up. Right. When they get off and they come in, they going to work. They're dealing with you.
Right.
You get off. You're dealing with me, and then Guillermo come in there during the game.
Right.
Then I jump right back on after the game.
Right.
And then when you want to go to sleep and sleep good,
right,
you come on the Nigga at Night podcast.
We knocking them out.
Yeah. Yo, we fired up from the morning to the afternoon, the evening, and at night. We all Knicks fired up.
Right. Hey, Chop, hit him with the joint before we go.
Hey, listen, make sure y'all like and subscribe, right? Hit that notification bell and share this on whatever social media platforms y'all rocking.
Amen, bro. All right. Hey, I'm gonna get out of here, man. Thank y'all for being on with me. I'll holler at y'all later.
You already know.
All right, peace.
I'll see you tomorrow morning, Freeze. If I don't jump on the next cameo, I'll definitely be on in the morning.
And for
peace to the chat.
And for Sim joint too.